We got Fresh and Fit. Yeah. How you fellas doing?
Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for having us.
Y'all pioneered the whole Thotcast.
Yeah.
Right? Whose idea was that?
Fresh is actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, with bringing girls on the show.
Is it because he be hanging around a bunch of thoughts? Hey, let's get some of these thoughts I be fucking. So let's bring him on the show.
I love the hoes, man.
Yeah.
But not no more.
Yeah. Do you think it's worth men getting married these days?
Hell no, man. This is a controversial take. This is why I think you shouldn't be monogamous. You know, I don't believe in monogamy. I think if you're a guy and you're successful and you have your shit together, you should have as many women as you want.
You guys are pretty young, right? How old are you guys?
31.
Man, I'm gonna be 50 this year. We're gonna be 50 in
What?
September. Yeah, I'm an old black man.
Y'all niggas old.
Yeah. I know, man. Don't rub it in, motherfucker.
Yo, y'all niggas were alive when like Nixon was in office and shit. Y'all remember Watergate?
Are you FBI? You
No.
Fed?
So, well,
Are you an informant?
no, I controlled the informants is what I used to do back in the day. So,
I'm gonna bring up the elephant in the room. It's like a controversy around you, right? Look, man, I ain't gonna lie. I like a good whore. I've had me a whore, right? But I ain't never busted my nuts in the
here we go.
Yeah. Welcome to episode 11. This show gonna be lit. We got Fresh and Fit on here. Yeah. But before we get to the show, today is a damn good day, and Optimal Human is officially launched. That's right. The best all-natural whole supplement. I said whole supplement. Yeah, let me do it. So I got some botting going. Go to OptimalHuman.com. Get your all-in-one daily nutritional supplements. Got your fruits. You got your veggies. It's got all. It's all the God. It's got all the God's children in it. It's gonna make you feel good. Go to OptimalHuman.com and tell them the twins sent you. Yeah. Now let's get to the pod. Welcome to episode 11. This is gonna be a lit show. We got Fresh and Fit. Yeah. How you fellas doing?
Hey, what's
Hey,
up, man?
man.
Thanks for having us.
Get here safely.
Yeah. How did you two guys meet?
I
met him walking down the street.
Hey, you look like me.
just like me.
Same for us, man. About 3 years ago, we did a podcast with a popular YouTuber in our space. He said, "Hey, listen, man, you guys are like peas in a pod. You guys are cool together. You should link up. Both are in the same city." Mm-hmm. So he sent me a DM on Instagram. We spoke for a little bit, got some dinner. I said, "Yo, bro, why don't we do a podcast?" And then before you know it, Fresh Vet was born. It was his spot. It was my spot. Did some podcast. People liked it, and then got a studio. Was like history.
So he slid in your DMs.
Pretty much. It was cute.
You had to take it there, huh?
Yeah. He was like this.
Yeah. Basically, a mutual YouTuber, is Solo TV84. Shout out to him. He basically, I had done collabs with him, but Solo had worked with him before because he had a prank channel at the time. I had a fitness channel. You guys come from the fitness realm too, so you guys get it.
Right.
And obviously, both those genres are kind of dead now. Let's be honest on YouTube.
Yes, they have.
So, what ended up happening was, as I was doing like my fitness channel, people were asking me a lot of questions about girls because I was in Miami.
Right.
And Fresh was, doing this thing out with, the girls. He was going on, like when I met him, the dude was doing like 2, 3, 4 dates a day, bro. It was like fucking crazy. Like he has to come back on that. Yeah.
All white women too, huh?
Yeah.
You know niggas are.
Hey, man, you know it.
Black man stroke.
So I was like, I reached out to him and we hung out and I was like, hey man, I do this pod once a week where we talk about like dating and I was kind of like adding it into the fitness content that I had.
That shit's always hot dating.
Yeah, so I kind of like slowly weaved it in. And we did an episode on how to get girls in Miami. That was the first episode we did. And this was, I think, back in 2020, April-ish. Mm-hmm. And people really loved it. So we started adding that segment more and more. Right. Then I was like, you know what, man? And it was just like a Zoom call, like you were saying. Yeah. But then as people really started to enjoy it and say they want more, I was like, you know what? We should just go all the way and just like, do a full-on podcast about this and incorporating fitness and self-improvement, et cetera. Because what I realized was when I was coaching people was when they were struggling with girls, it was because of things that they could control, right? It was like they were fat, they were awkward, they smelled bad, et cetera. So I was like, bro, you guys got to self-improve if you want women. Like, you can't just like be like, I'm just going to come up with a pickup line.
Yeah.
Like, it was 2005.
He would smell like dick cheese.
Yeah, facts. So we said, okay, let's give them everything. So we just did a podcast where it's all male self-improvement. And then the byproduct of that is you being more attractive. Then we, teach you strategies and stuff like that to get the ladies. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's how it kind of started. And then we just went from there. People really enjoyed it. And we just got a studio and just kept building from there.
But it's funny because we're like almost like opposites.
Oh, really?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, how
Usually
we deal with girls is
opposites
very
attract.
different.
Yeah, you actually look black. He claims to be black.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at the way.
You black as hell, man. Like, man, hey, I got
Man,
my
you
wig,
got
my
some
hair.
Jesus of Nazareth coming. He looks Egyptian.
Everybody talking crap about my hair. I was like, yeah, I
Yeah.
did a transplant, and what? Now I look better than you.
Yeah.
So
Don't feel bad, bro. I do roll game, man.
it happens to all of us, man.
Right.
But,
We have a celebrity wall in our studio where we post all pictures of the celebrities, and it's funny. Photos all have me in it, but you can't see me.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, because we do it with a Polaroid.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Bro. It's
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. My girl takes a pic, and she always has to like kind of add extra light whenever we take the
Right.
pic.
Yeah.
So it's funny.
Polaroids is anti-black.
Yo,
Yeah.
bro, 100%.
Yeah. I take it.
You just
Sometimes
see
you
teeth,
take a picture
bro.
of Polaroid, they're horrible.
Dude,
They're Polaroids are racist.
You
bro.
just see teeth.
Yeah.
with
I'm
fresh.
telling you.
Yeah. Hey, how did y'all come with the nicknames Fresh and Fit? Yeah.
Well, for one, I like to look fresh, stay fresh, and
Right.
dress well.
That's the gayest thing I've ever heard. He looks fresh. Hey, first you say he looks fresh and he's slitting your DMs.
hold on. But I didn't call myself fresh. People all say, yo, bro, you dress fresh.
Right.
'Cause back in the day, it's just like Soulja Boy. It's like always like chains,
Right.
nice shoes. So I got the name Fresh. But Fit is because he's fit.
Yeah, my IG was Unplugged Fit. Like that's what I went by when I had like my fitness business. It was
Right.
Unplugged Fit because it was like Unplugged Fitness was my fitness business that I started. So then I made my Instagram handle Unplugged Fit to make it easier. Then he went by Fresh Prince CEO on his YouTube channel and Instagram. Where'd you get? You got that inspiration from Will Smith, right?
Yeah, Will
Like,
Smith.
yeah.
Before he did
Before all the other
stopping
crazy
and
shit.
the-
Yeah.
you know,
So
Before he did all the simping.
yeah, exactly.
But, we make mistakes as men, you know? That's what it
Yeah.
is.
Especially Will Smith. Especially Simps.
Yeah.
Hey, so
So that's how we came with Fresh and Fit.
now I'm gonna bring up the elephant in the room. I don't know if it's an elephant in the room, but are you FBI? You
No.
Fed?
So well.
Are you an informant?
No, I controlled the informants is what I used to do
okay.
back in the day. So, but okay, so I'll just go through this.
Yeah, we used to be in law enforcement too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
loss prevention.
Oh,
18
what? Oh.
years. Yeah, target
Man,
stores.
that ain't law enforcement, nigga.
I put a lot of niggas in there.
Because I did loss prevention too. So
did you?
yeah, so I did loss prevention for actually interesting enough. I did loss prevention for Macy's from 2008 when I was 18 up until about 2010 when I was in college. And I would
really?
like go back on summer break and go back and work there at Macy's. It was West Farm Mall is out in New Britain, Connecticut, or West Hartford on the border. I did that for a bit.
LP.
Who'd y'all work for when you did your LP?
I did for Ross stores, Target, and that's it. That's pretty much it. We
So
was
they-
PIs for a little bit too. Private investigators.
Who for?
It was called Factagon, but it went out of business.
Private investigators
It
for
was,
them?
we
Oh
used
shit!
to
Okay.
follow personal injury claims, infidelity.
Oh shit!
stuff like
Okay.
that. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I did that for a bit, and then I got on with Homeland Security Investigations in 2010 as an intern, and I was an intern from 2010 to 2013, and then from 2013 I became a special agent with Homeland. So I basically, after I graduated from college, I converted my job series to 1811, which is the job series code for special agent. Whether it's FBI, DEA, they all have the same job series code. So went from there, and then I started my career in Laredo, Texas. I was there from 2014 to 2018. Then I came to the Miami field office. I was there for 2 years, and then that's when the YouTube stuff started to take off. And they brought me in, and they said, "Hey, man,
Really?
you can't." Yeah, they brought me in and said, "Hey, bro, like you can't be doing both this stuff and saying the stuff that you say on the internet." Because at that point, we
Right.
were talking about dating, relationships, and we all know that when you talk about dating and relationships, you got to talk about things that are politically incorrect. Men and women
yeah,
are
right,
different, and
right,
all this
right.
other bullshit. So they're like, "Hey, man, like you got a great career here, 6-figure job, etc." Because when you work for the government, like they don't know that you can make money on the internet. A lot of these people are like lifers in the government, so like
Yeah. Right.
they don't understand that you can make money online and it's a different world. So they're like, "Hey, bro, like, this is a great career." Because it's very hard to get that job, whether you work for FBI, DEA, whatever.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
they hire
everybody's very
and you
difficult,
guys know because you come from that background. So, but it was a really hard decision. But I ended up resigning. It was painful because I remember the day I walked in, December 4th, 2020. I turned in my badge, I turned in all my gear, my vest, all that shit. It hurt, but I had to do it because at that point we had employees, so I couldn't turn my back on them and be like, "Sorry guys, I'm gonna, stick with my government job." So it was a huge risk, but it worked out.
Yeah, that's why we got fired from our jobs for doing YouTube.
Oh yeah,
And when
yeah.
we got fired, we had like maybe 5,000 subscribers, and I wasn't making.
Was it when y'all were doing?
I remember.
twin muscle workout or
We hadn't even started.
We haven't even
Workout.
started.
We just had this lame channel where we talk about the news and stuff.
okay.
Getting about 50 views a video.
Yeah.
The very beginning.
I remember because I used to watch y'all back when I was in college.
Had afros and shit.
Yeah, was this when you guys were sitting next to each other in white beaters
Right.
like this and talking shit about?
Yeah, about
slut?
that time. Yeah,
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that
yeah.
time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think I was making like $38,000 a year.
Oh shit.
They was barely paying me enough to get to work.
Yeah.
Then they fired. I didn't have a 6-figure job or anything.
Yeah. And y'all were in Virginia at the time?
California.
California?
Orange County.
Okay.
We worked for AAA of Southern California. It was
Y'all are
actually
from Virginia, right?
Yeah, Virginia. It was actually the best thing that ever happened to us because if we had never got fired, we'd probably still be there.
Yeah.
Every cloud has a silver lining, bro.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. But for me, I enjoyed my job and I didn't want to leave, but that's pretty much what it did. So I did a whole bunch of different types. I did human smuggling investigations, drug trafficking, because I was on the Mexican border for a while. So I did like a lot of those types of investigations, kidnappings, violent crime, all that shit.
Why do you have your name's not Myron Gaines?
Nah. So I'll tell you why. So
why do you have the name Myron Gaines?
So my real name is Amru, right?
Amru.
And it's Amru. But the reason why
you
I
ain't
use
black,
that name,
bro. Your name Amru?
Yeah, I know.
What is
I don't
that?
know what the fuck my parents were thinking, bro. Because when I go home, they don't even call me that. They don't call me Amru when I'm at home. They call me by my Arab name. No, they call me by my Arab name.
Oh, okay.
I have an Arab name, so
okay.
it's Amr, but they don't call me Amru. So I guess that was like their attempt to make an Americanized name, and I was like, you guys fucked this up. Like the Chinese are better at this. Like their name is like Pek San or some shit, and it's like, oh yeah, my name is James. Like they give them a real American name. My parents fucked up. They said Amru. I was like, what the fuck is this? So I'm like, I used to dread like first day of school. They're going through the names and shit, and they're like, and I already knew they were looking at my shit. I was always A. Their last name started with A too, so I was like, oh yeah, it's Amru. But.
I could kind of see why. Well, you're black, of course.
Yeah.
But I could see why people say you're not.
Yeah, of course.
Because I can. You look. I don't know. You got that Jesus look.
Yeah, Jesus.
The skin, the bronze.
People always
your
say.
features too.
Yeah, like because I got Middle Eastern features and stuff. But Sudan is in North Africa, you know.
Right.
But yeah, people always like say. Like,
you ever get your DNA checked on? Because we got our DNA checked. I'm a mutt.
Yeah.
I got everything in me.
I believe it. Light skin niggas, man.
Light skin niggas
are yeah. You guys some German, some British, probably everything, man.
I got Ireland. I got Scotland. Of course, he's proud of all the white in him.
Yeah.
Damn racist right here. No, what? 54% Nigerian.
Yeah. Oh shit!
You're one of us.
Yeah.
We
cousins.
You scam on the side too, probably.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Scamming all the time.
Let's do it. But yeah, so the reason why I use, because people always say you don't even use your real name, is because my name is unique. So like when I was working for the government, that's when I started all this internet stuff. And if you Google my real name, like court documents come back of cases that I've done, because I've arrested a lot of people. So you can like see the criminal complaints come back, like all the federal documents on cases I've done in the past. So that's why I didn't use my real name when I started this up. And then it just kind of stuck. I don't mind using my real name, but it just kind of stuck from before.
Yeah. Now, y'all pioneered the whole Thotcast.
Yeah.
Whose idea was that?
Fresh is actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, with bringing girls on the show.
Is it because he be hanging around a bunch of thoughts? Hey, let's get some of these thoughts I be fucking. So let's bring him on the show.
I'll tell y'all. So this is how it kind of started.
Hey, man, I love the hoes, man.
Yeah.
But not no more.
Not anymore? Not no more, bro.
Yeah.
You gonna let the hoes no more?
No,
Ain't nothing like a good whore.
Oh, yeah, man. Trust me, I know. God damn.
Hey, them hoes is not loyal. They got big mouths.
Chris Brown told us that. Your cousin.
Yeah.
But yeah, how'd it start?
No, so what happened, we went on like a double date with these girls.
Y'all went to
Two white
double
girls.
date?
Yeah.
Two white girls?
Yeah.
White
I think my
girls?
chick was Spanish, but either way, it don't matter. Yeah, they weren't black. So anyway, that's what matters. So since everyone says that we're racist anyway, so might as well lean into it, right? So
We're not.
Yeah, but
Of course not.
so we're doing the double date, right? And we're there in the studio, and this is like one of the few times that like me and Fresh were actually like drinking. We don't drink really like.
Yeah, I don't. We don't.
And we had like a slight buzz. So Fresh he looks at me and he's like, "Bro, we should go live right now." And I was like, "What? What are you talking about, man?"
Yeah.
It's like, "Dude, let's just do it. Turn the cameras on. Let's fucking like talk, like just talk about dating with these girls."
Right.
And we did it, and it was like late at night. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. Normally we had like filmed at like 5 or 6 p.m.
Right.
Yeah, so like
that's
everyone's
what we
like,
used to do too.
yeah, everyone's like, what the hell are y'all doing live right now? This is weird. And they
right.
tuned in, and people really enjoyed it. So I was like, oh shit, we could like keep doing this, and then we kind of just built up from there. Then we just started bringing on like, besides girls that we were talking to, we just started bringing on random girls from Miami and shit.
Where did y'all find the girls? Yeah.
So at the beginning, it was like from Instagram, sending DMs, meeting them in person.
Girls that we knew.
But then it was like, okay, we've exhausted our resources here. We need more girls.
Right.
Yeah. So and then also like girls are flaky as hell, man. So we outsource that shit ASAP. We're like, you know what? Never mind. Like we just have a team that deals with that.
Because the idea was, okay, we're in this space where men is like echo chamber, only men. When I bring girls in, hear their piece, even though it's some nice nonsense, but you just have them talk about it and say, okay, here's why we say what we say on the show. You can see it in full color.
Yeah. Right. So like we'll do for example, so we'll do an episode on like Wednesdays, right? That's like our Womanizer Wednesdays. And we'll talk about like dating, 7 things to watch out for
Women
from a girl.
Wednesdays.
Some shit.
Women Wednesdays.
Oh no, he calls it Women Wednesdays now.
Clean.
Or like or how to get laid on first date, whatever, right? And then we'll bring the girls on right after because we do our daytime show, then we do our nighttime show. And like the girls will confirm a bunch of the stuff we said on the daytime show. Like they'll confirm like things like, cold hard realities about female nature. And I think the reason why I blew up is because people were able to finally see in fucking 4K how women really think and how they really move when it comes to relationships. Because there's always been this like, this mystique, feminine mystique that like, oh, what do girls really think? What do girls really do? Right. And thankfully for the internet, now they kind of expose themselves with TikTok. But it's one thing to kind of hear or read about it. It's another thing to see them live talk about how they move when it comes to dating, modern dating, because it's changed a lot.
Yeah. Like I see, like when I was like doing research on you guys, I kept saying this like you were misogynistic. Of course. Why do
they say that about us too?
Yeah, but why do you think they call you guys misogynistic?
You know what's funny? Whenever you tell women the truth, you tell women the exact truth, they call you a misogynist. And it may even just be, hey, your hair looks bad today. Oh, you're a misogynist. But just telling you the truth, bro, hurts your inner core. Like, wow, accountability. I don't want to take this. So,
Right.
So. Yeah, I always say when people say you're misogynistic, I say no, we're realistic, and the reason why is because we kind of live in a world now where you can't tell people the truth, and I think women are especially like we don't tell them the truth, we tell them they're beautiful no matter what, body positivity, etc. So like, if you say anything that criticizes females, they're always gonna look at you and say you're a misogynist or you hate women. But I find it interesting because like, if a woman warns other women about bad men, she's looked at as, oh great, you're giving great advice, girl. Yeah, you go. Right. But if a dude warns men about other women, he's a misogynist. Yeah. So it's okay to totally shit on men, but it's not okay to criticize females.
Yeah, they take the Jew approach, huh?
Yeah. Hey, you're anti-female, anti-Semitism, anti-female.
Hey, man, say, man. shout to them boys. Shout to them.
Y'all heard about Candace Owens, what happened to her with the Daily Wire?
Yeah.
You saw what they did to us?
We had her on our show before.
They tried to blame us for that reason. I was like, bro, don't blame us, man.
Yeah, right.
We just did a podcast.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, man, what Israel's doing, because I don't know no other country that's bombing their own people to fight terrorism. I've never seen the United States bomb Texas, Alabama, and they killing their own citizens, but when you criticize them for it, they say, oh, you're being anti-Semitic.
Yeah. It's ridiculous, man. We're sitting at around 30,000 dead, and almost half of those are kids. I mean, there's never an excuse to bomb innocent children, but they got to defend themselves, right? So
right. That's what
crazy.
They say,
yeah.
Enough about the Jews. Yeah. Depressive.
Good choice.
I'm tired of talking about them damn Jews. Yeah, but since y'all started this whole thought thing, and it's like there's a lot of people imitating that.
Yeah.
Y'all take pride in that?
They always say imitation is the biggest form of flattery, right? So, people, try to copy the sauce, but they don't got the formula, so it is what it is. I think we kind of make it look easy for people, and then when you watch other people do it, you're like, damn, like, how can you not control the room? Because people say, oh, Myron, you're really mean, etc. But, bro, when you got like 6, 7, 8 girls at a table, and they're attractive, they got a big following on Instagram, they got sugar daddies, or they got a bunch of NFL players trying to talk to them, like their ego's in the fucking clouds, man. So you got to bring them back to reality a lot of times and let them know, like, hey, I'm not your fucking boyfriend, bitch. Like, this is how this shit goes.
Yeah, sometimes
so you got to put your foot down.
Sometimes you got to throw a bitch off the show.
Do it all the time,
hey,
man.
Bitch, you got to go. It's my show.
Bro,
we actually got some clips today.
Oh, yeah. We kicked them out? Yeah. That's hilarious, man.
Oh, man.
And here's the thing, too. It's funny because, like, these girls get so pissed, right? Like, see, people see me kick the girl out. But they don't see like the hour and a half, 2 hours beforehand of her interrupting other girls, her being annoying, etc. Like when y'all see me kick her out, that's typically like just frustration from like an hour and a half of her just being an idiot, bro.
Right. But they cut it and they chop it up and they only show you reacted. They never show what led up to that.
Exactly.
Whenever I come across a video doing that, I was like, yo, this is being disingenuous. Somebody's putting this together to make you look bad. But a lot of people don't see through that.
Of course. Yeah. Y'all had a clip you said?
Yeah.
All right. You need to listen to actually understand versus listening to respond. You have a very bad habit of just listening to respond. You need to shut up when I'm speaking. All right? So anyway, if he went on a podcast and did exactly what you're doing, there'd be ramifications and there'd be issues with it, which is fine. There's a double standard.
We're not equals. What's your point?
Who the fuck are you talking
You're
to?
a man.
Yo. We need to shut the fuck up right now. We're not equal. And I'm telling you this right now.
Right.
You're on my platform.
You're
You're not
right.
gonna talk to me like that. Hit. All
Okay,
right?
first
so
of all,
shut your mouth right now when I'm speaking.
And if I
because you're here as a
don't,
guest.
I
Gotta
am.
put your ass in your
So
place.
respect me.
Shut the up when I'm talking.
I'm
Shut
not
up.
disrespecting
Right
you.
now. Shut your
I'm not
mouth.
disrespecting
Shut
you.
your
If I don't,
mouth.
what are you
Get
gonna
the
do?
fuck out of here then. Get the fuck out of here.
have no
Get up and
problem.
leave. Get up and
I have
leave.
no problem
Get up and
leaving.
leave. You're here as a fucking opportunity.
And
You ungrateful
I
bitch. Thotcast bitch. Back. Get out of here. You need to shut up when I'm speaking. Yeah. So that girl.
Yeah, she had been doing it for a while, huh?
Yeah, so that girl was interrupting the whole time. I think that was when we had Andrew Wilson on and we
Yeah.
had a guest on.
Just right
She
there, just
kept,
pushing your damn
interrupting,
buttons.
being annoying as fuck. And I was like, bro, she always had like, the bitch was like Young Jeezy in 2005, had an ad lib every fucking time somebody was saying something. Like, goddamn, bro, shut up.
But like you said, that was
Like-
hours of dealing with that. And then
Right.
the guest is like, bro, come on. Like,
Yeah.
At least we let you talk the whole time. We didn't interrupt you at all. Talk
Right.
whatever you want to say, you can say. When we
Right.
talk, it's like, oh, no, I don't like that. No.
And it's
Right.
funny too, because like, so that girl, right? That's a perfect example of what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, she had beat up her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where that's why I said I'm not that dude that you beat up. Like we had her, we put her mugshot up on the screen.
Oh shit.
But she went to jail for like
And she
domestic
laughed about
violence,
it.
and she beat him up, and she laughed about it. Said, "Yeah, we'll do it again."
Yeah.
Like she literally attacked him because she caught him cheating, and
Yeah.
it's like that's why I was calling her out like that. But like, of course, they're not gonna put that in a clip. But like,
Right.
yeah, dude, like,
Can you
that chick-
imagine a guy doing that? Like going
To
to
a-
a
to a
podcast,
girl.
talking about hitting a woman, laughing about it, and then arguing with the host.
Double
It
standard.
won't happen.
Yeah.
But see, people will see that clip and not know that that chick is actually
Shit, I
domestic
ain't know.
violence perpetrator.
I feel kind of bad, man, bringing that shit up.
It's all good.
y'all like best of friends, huh?
Yeah, we're pretty close.
Yeah,
cool.
like
Pause.
me and Keith really close, but sometimes we get in fights. and
Oh,
shit.
yeah, yeah,
Really?
Yeah. Y'all
Nah, this
never get in an
motherfucker-
argument? This motherfucker's crazy. Is Chris here? The producer?
I believe it, man.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
y'all-
what's so funny? Y'all never got in any arguments?
Not rarely, bro. I can't even
Man, me
remember
and
the
Keith
last
came
time.
to
Really.
blows.
No, he came to blows.
No, you threw the first punch. Bitch, you
Oh,
crazy
shit.
as hell. Over what? I don't even know.
No,
Look at the producer. Who threw the first punch? It was Kevin, right? Say ain't no but. It's usually Keith. I'm just sitting there. I was like, man, I don't want to talk about it. You're like, I'm like, what the fuck you doing?
Damn. Hostile.
I remember we was in London, and we was doing a comedy tour, and we was trying to lose some weight. We was cutting, right? And I said, we tried to order some food, right?
Yeah.
And I said, like, hey, what you want to eat? They got sandwiches. They got pizza. I said, man, I'm gonna get some pizza. No, I don't want pizza. I want a sandwich. And when we cutting, since we twins, we like to eat the same thing.
Yeah.
I said, no, man, let's just get a slice of pizza. No, man, I'm cutting. Let's get a sandwich.
It set him off.
No, it set him off. I ain't do nothing. You threw the luggage at me. I threw the lickage at you. The luggage. He threw luggage at me.
Wait, so niggas fighting in England? God
we was
damn.
up in London.
He
Oh,
was
yeah.
up in London,
Yeah,
England
yeah,
fighting.
yeah.
We
What
tore
the
that
hell?
damn hotel up
Over the pizza and some sandwiches.
over some pizza.
Damn.
Damn, y'all really are niggas, man.
Yeah.
God damn, man.
Y'all got a little nigga in me.
Yeah, I can see it. God damn, man.
So y'all never came to blows?
Nah,
Nah.
man.
That's cool.
Like,
That's cool, man. I wish I worked with y'all.
because Fresh is real calm. So like he's very like Fresh is one of the like most stoic people. Like he's always very calm and shit and relaxed. Like me, I might get fired up sometimes with shit, but like I can't even really think the last time we had like an argument really.
I think understanding where we're at and who we are is important. Because, like, for example, I know how he is. So I'm not going to get mad because this is how he is. Versus me, I'm a different way. So, like, if something comes up, all right, I know how Myron is. This is how he is normally. So, all right, bro, I get it. Let's calm down. If it's me, all right, nigga, you fucking up. So it's like,
Right.
we know each other very well.
And I used to have anger problems, but I've been like working on it. Cause like what y'all saw there, I used to kick girls out in the first 2 minutes. If they said so, I'll never forget. Like when we first started the show, like when we'd go down to the lobby to get the girls. If the girl said
lobby.
something stupid in the elevator, I'd be like, bitch, get the fuck up out of here.
the lobby,
the show. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
I'm like, bro, save it for the cameras, bro.
Yeah,
Please.
yeah.
Put on camera.
Right.
it was actually him. He was like, yo, just let us turn the cameras on. And shit. At least be kicking bitches off before the show started.
man. And then for me, I had whole problems. See what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
even until today. But we won't talk about that. But no, bro, it's more like, he's like, bro, focus on the work, man. get on the grind because we got to focus on making this podcast successful. So,
This dude used to just chase pussy all day, bro. It was bad.
I'm a nigga,
When I
bro.
met
Come
him,
on,
man.
man.
Yeah.
When I
Some of
met him,
jeans.
going 2-3 dates a day and shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong
2-3
with you?
dates a day?
Hey, man, breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yo,
Yeah.
I literally told him, yo, you got to cut this shit back. Like,
Yeah.
once we started getting serious about the pod and we got the studio, I was like, dude, I had a serious talk with him. Well, that's probably one of the most serious talks we had. I was like, bro, you literally have to stop this.
Yeah.
Like, I quit my job for this shit. We got to fucking, like, really lock in and do this for real. And he was like, all right. And he cut back.
How often y'all work?
So we film Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So Mondays, Money Mondays, we talk about credit. I'm real big into real estate myself.
Oh yeah.
Real estate investor. I got 20 properties.
Okay.
So
wow, 20
crypto,
properties.
yeah, man. I knew with the kind of content we make, I was like, God damn, I need to start investing. Who knows what's gonna happen?
They're gonna cut me off.
Yeah, so but yeah, cryptocurrency, etc. We talk about all that, how to get your money up, right? Because we all know, like, bro, if you a brokey, it's gonna be really hard for you to date. So we try to equip guys with the tools to be more attractive. Then we do the girl show after, and then Wednesday we talk about dating topic or some type of topic with intersectional dynamics. Then we do the girl show after. Then Friday we either have a special guest or we talk about fitness, or a call-in show where the supporters can call in and give us critiques or ask questions or whatever, and that's on Friday. So and then we do the girl show after. So we film 6 times per week for Fresh and Fit. Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
But we
2
used
shows.
to do it every day a week for like a year and a half straight.
Yeah.
7 days a week.
Yeah, we
First
used to do
show,
that too.
girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's intense, bro.
Hey, I want to ask you a question. Like, I guess people will call you a womanizer. You got 3 dates, 3 women? Dude, like,
Man,
you know how much planning goes into that?
Okay.
Stress. Yeah. I
think-
can barely deal with 1 woman. You dating 3 women?
Yeah.
That's fresh right here. We're talking about.
It comes with its issues, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I think for me it was more like, all right, I'm out here in America. I have a goal to be successful, but I worked for the first 2 years of my life nonstop here in Miami. I worked at Chick-fil-A and AT&T. I didn't go out, I didn't party, I did nothing, right? So I'm like, damn, I made this point, got some savings, got a property. I have some fun, man. Like at least like enjoy Miami.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So I was
Trying
like,
to
all
make
right,
up for lost time, huh?
how can I do this with a strategy behind it that's at the same time not gonna kill me with work? So I
Right.
would.
You better watch out. He can you get the HIV. You get that HIV.
Thank God that didn't happen.
Or the Eads.
Yeah, that shit gonna kill you in your sleep.
But-
Where are you from?
Barbados. Yeah.
Barbados. Okay.
So you know
I know its accent. Yeah.
if you know Rihanna, that's where I'm from.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's just like more like, all right, I made myself work so hard, I need to enjoy it. So 3 days a day pretty much was the whole goal here. I use Instagram and then dating apps, so I talk to girls online
Yeah.
and then set up dates. But I'll tell you this.
Hey,
Go ahead.
it's like a controversy around you right now. Yeah. Look, man, I ain't gonna lie. I like a good whore. I've had me a whore, right? But I ain't never busted my nuts in a
Here we go.
Yeah, you gotta pull out, man. Is that pussy that good?
I'll say this, man.
Or is this true though? I don't know. Yeah.
I'll say this, man. In times of war, people attack you and they're mad,
Right.
they're upset,
Right.
and their goal is to shame you for many different things.
Right.
However, is it all true? Only God knows.
That's a good answer. Yeah. Man, you should run for office, bro. You'd be a damn good politician. Right.
Hey, man. I'll tell you this. When time passes, we'll see what's true and what's not.
Right. Yeah. It's another YouTube channel I followed. Abba and Preach. Yeah, y'all
They
go
been
back just feeding off of y'all.
Yeah, you
They
mean
talking
Anus
about
and
you
Reach? Those guys?
Yeah.
Listen.
They've been
Yeah.
talking about you guys a lot.
Listen,
Yeah.
we do charity work. You know, they needed
Right.
some income to make the bills and pay for their family, so we give it to them. That's what it was, bro.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
They made like
This
40
fun-
videos on us, bro. Like
Yeah.
dude, those dudes, man. Like they're thirsty, man. It's crazy.
Oh, no.
48?
No,
No, like 40.
45. now.
Like, is it
45 now.
45?
really?
Yeah, 45 now.
Last time I counted, it was 30 to 40. But like, yeah, man. Hey, it is what it is, bro. Anus
They
and
must be
Reach.
getting some views.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, Abba's a sodomite, so he can say whatever he wants. He got
What?
thrown
He's
in the
a what?
ass. Yeah, sodomite, bro.
Which
Yeah.
one? Which one is that? Abba.
Yeah, so he did a
Abba.
podcast admitting that he got on all fours and got milked.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one's out? Okay, the one with the braids. That's Preach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the one with the afro is the Abba guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he got milked. And then the other dude does sussy dances. Twerking on camera and shit. Yeah, bro, these are niggas talking shit about us. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro.
Look,
They probably gonna take this content too, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, you
bro,
know
bring
y'all.
it-
Yeah.
Hey,
They're
man.
gonna make a video on y'all now. Look at these twins
over
these
here.
twins making fun of us. They're actually successful comedians, unlike us.
Look at these twins.
Right.
Look at that. Yeah, they gonna make a hit piece on y'all now, man.
Yeah.
Good job.
I just realized, man.
Welcome to the club, man.
But you know what I realize about content and being a creator, bro?
Mm-hmm.
You are literally at the top of the food chain because whatever you do wrong or what you do in the limelight comes to light in a negative way. So it's almost like if you make a mistake as a man, you're wrong. Which I understand accountability, but it's like, bro,
Right.
we all make mistakes in the whole long run. It's more like, all right, as a man, how you learn from it, how do you grow from it?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but that boy is sodomite though. That's all I gotta say. Like, hey, bro, you can talk as much shit as you want, bro. You got pegged in the ass, man, like by a chick. Like you're gay, so whatever.
What? He's like into that or something? Getting
Talked about it. I guess he said something about getting an orgasm from it on a
Really?
podcast.
Well, getting what? How do you have orgasm?
Got milked.
Yeah. What's milk? What's that? That's like
Getting
the
sucked
vernacular for getting pegged, I guess.
Yeah,
Something. Yeah.
That's,
Oh, strap on. That's
pretty much.
something like that.
a girl put on a strap on
I think
and
so.
made him have an orgasm.
Yeah.
He has a vagina then.
Yeah.
Nah, she
Well,
must
say
be
it.
really pretty. That's a bad bitch. He said, "Put that strap on." Fuck me.
Oh, man.
You a bad bitch.
That's why we call him Anus and Reach.
Y'all call him anus and
We
reach.
call him Anus and Reach, bro.
Yeah.
And I challenged him to a boxing match. He don't want to do it. He a coward, bro.
Yeah.
He been talking all this shit. I was like, bro, put some gloves on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You like to
won't do it.
salsa dance? Let's salsa dance in the ring. He don't want to do it, man.
You won't do it.
Yeah,
So-
like we criticize people, but it just seems like they got it out for you guys. That's like they did a lot of videos. About
Bro, we didn't even respond. Like they made
Yeah.
all these videos. They made like 30-some videos, and we didn't say shit. Like we just left it alone. We're like, all right, man, we're not gonna engage in this shit. And then
You
we
just
make
blew up
one
on the
response
ass.
video, and we just cooked them. That shit got taken down off YouTube because we went all
really?
the way.
They
Yeah, we started
reported it.
cooking them. Yeah, they
Yeah.
they had their fans mass report the video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
bro.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haters gonna hate, man. They could dish it, but they can't take it.
Right.
So-
Right.
Hey! Hey! I used to like a white guy. Hey! We got these Jeep Wrangler, Rubicon, 20, 24, 37-inch tires, 18-inch wheels.
Y'all know why we do this, right? Not just because we're just great black guys, because we're giving back. Yeah, we used to give thousands of dollars each month advertising our giveaways on Facebook, and all they was doing was censor us. I said, no, I'm not doing that. Let me talk. I said, I ain't doing that no more. I'm gonna incentivize the people that support us. That's why we give back. We gave up back how much? About $2 million in trucks and cash? Yeah, something like that. Man, it's a bunch. Go to FisherHorseTwins.com. Anything you buy from the site, get you automatically entered to win. Yeah.
No purchase necessary. Board where prohibited. See official rules for details.
Yeah.
Have y'all had any problems with monetization on y'all's
No, they
channel?
lost their monetization.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
demonetized. Yeah.
How long
Yeah.
ago was that?
August last year.
Yeah, it was last year.
Is it permanent?
You can always reapply, but you know
Yeah.
who knows? Like,
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. How do y'all make money now? Do merch or
Well, that's a funny question, man.
We sell drugs. Oh no, wait.
you ain't pimping bitches?
Hell no. Shit, I'd be a millionaire by now.
especially in Miami.
Right. Yeah.
Because Onlyfans is big there. No, but luckily we have sponsors, we have supporters that support us. As
Oh,
well.
good.
And it's
Yeah.
more like people just appreciate the content, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
And then you got real estate,
yeah,
new cars,
yeah,
rentals.
That's cool, y'all. Diversify.
Oh, you rent
Yeah.
cars?
Yeah.
yeah. And you know, and obviously we're a Rumble, so like shout out to
Mhm.
Rumble, Chris, CEO,
Mhm.
and the whole Rumble team. That's gonna be the next, I think the next big frontier, bro. Because let's keep it 1,000. I mean, you guys are in the same space that we are with
Yeah.
making conservative content.
Mhm.
They suppress you significantly on
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
on certain platforms. So like,
Yeah.
X and Rumble are leading the way for free speech, man. So
Mm-hmm.
that's where we like put all of our content. We stream on YouTube too, but Rumble is like the home base for us.
Actually, I got a question.
Yeah.
Do you guys believe in free speech?
Oh hell yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But do you think it's real in social media world? Like it's actually real? You can say whatever you want.
No, you can't say whatever you
No.
want.
Yeah.
No, you can't. No.
We found out the hard way.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
a degree. Like there's always going to be limitations, but I would say X and Rumble are by far the bastions leading it because like these other platforms, bro, like they'll ban you for anything or they'll give you a strike or whatever. It's kind of getting ridiculous now
Yeah. Yeah.
with certain topics.
So
Yeah.
you guys are in like how should I put it? Y'all in legitimate relationships right now? With women?
You want to take that first?
Well, I've been single my whole life. No, just kidding. I was
Say that shit with a straight face.
I was married before.
Okay.
And got that divorce. And then
How long were you married before you got divorced?
1 year.
1 year?
Yeah. And then I just had like flings here and there, but nothing, never serious.
Right.
Yeah.
That's probably tough after you go through a divorce. You know, you
Yeah.
commit to
Oh no,
somebody.
I left. You know.
Oh, you
Yeah.
left?
Yeah.
You got tired of that pussy.
No. Just that.
What happened with that?
Okay, so she was an awesome girl. No issues at all. Just that, like, she had a kid. And then, like, for me, it was more like, what are my goals here in America? And I just realized if I'm going to actually reach my goals, I can't do what I need to do for her. So I said, listen, I'll talk to you real quick. This was going on. We got to part ways. She understood. She was happy about it, of course, but, like, she understood. I gave her the car for the kid, and that was it. So.
Kid was your biological child?
Nah, nigga. Hell no. But you know,
That's what woke you up, right? Being
Another
a step-
nigga's kid?
Yeah, that's what woke him up.
cool.
Is being a
Yeah.
stepdad. Like that's
Right.
what woke him
Yeah.
up. He was like, "What the hell am I doing?"
Yeah, most men won't do that.
Yeah, it's tough. And then when the kid finds out and grows up, he's
Yeah.
like, you know, you're not my dad.
yeah.
Yeah, you got all these people like vilifying you guys, and you do stuff like that, and they never say anything about it.
You know what it is, bro? It's like, it's funny. When I make mistakes, it's the most horrible thing in the world.
Right.
But
Right, yeah.
as a guy, like, you're gonna make mistakes no matter who you are. You can be a
Right.
politician, you could be the mayor, you could be anybody. The point is that, like, how do you learn from it? All right, you messed up, you made a mistake, cool. Own it, and then just deal with it. If not,
Right.
what are you doing? But learn from it, at least.
And that's why he's so big on telling guys like, "Hey, man, if you can, try to avoid being a single, getting with a single mom and being a stepdad, right? Like, are there situations where it works? Yeah, of course.
Of course.
But you know, on a balance of probabilities, most of the time, if you come in as a stepdad, it's not going to work. And then what ends up happening is if you break up with the girl, not only do you break up with the girl, but for a lot of guys, they lose the kid because they built up a bond with that kid.
connection.
But you have no right to that child because it's not your biological child.
Right.
So it's like a double whammy for guys that step in and become
Hell,
stepfathers.
I know guys who've married a woman and they already had a kid, and then they divorced and they got to pay child support for the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that
depending where
biological
you're at.
child.
Either they claim the kid as theirs, they adopted the kid, or for example, it's been a long period of time where we're like, okay, this is your kid
Right.
just by time. So, but again, since me being through it, I can talk about it. And my recent mess up, I'll talk about it later on. But not right now.
Yeah, everybody's talking about it. Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, give it like a couple weeks or so.
Right. Yeah.
Forget about it. And
I
then-
exposed her already.
Yeah.
I did a whole video.
Yeah, I was looking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I was looking at
So, you know, people are going to do what they're going to do.
Listen, I wish her the best.
it. Right.
You're a good guy, man.
I know, man.
Yeah, he's way nicer about it than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm more mad than he is about this shit.
Yeah.
So,
I
you
feel
know,
like
I
bro.
really don't know all the details to it.
Yeah.
I don't even. What do you mean by that? Like you would be like,
Probably you go upside that bitch's head. Figuratively.
metaphorically. Yeah.
I exposed
metaphorically.
her. I put out a bunch of, irrefutable stuff that she's not a credible person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just like you would in like, if you arrest somebody or someone goes to jail or whatever, or someone's a witness and they're not credible, same shit.
Yeah, like when you're up high, when you're on the pedestal, people
come for you.
Yeah, they do.
I remember it was this trainee coming for us. Now let me tell you the story.
Oh, what the hell? Okay.
Okay, I had a cousin. My first cousin died. Right, his wife tried to extort us.
Damn.
Right, for money. Like about a year, because when he died, we both gave her $1,500 to help her out.
Yeah.
Right, and then I would say about 6 months, 8 months go by. She reaches out. I'm like, "How you doing? What's up?" She said, "I need to talk to you about something. I don't know how I should approach you about this, but it's this transgender keeps coming at me and claims that you've been seeing her." That's how it starts.
Yeah.
Then she says, "If you give me $10,000, I'll make it go away.
Yeah. Or I have to go to TMZ.
Or I'm gonna go to TMZ."
So every time we was doing comedy shows at the time, every time we would get on a flight, they would reach out to our wife and send her pictures
yeah,
of
they
some
would-
dude showing his dick. And I'm like talking to my wife. I'm like, look at that dude. That dude ain't got no gains. And look how small his dick is. How can you not tell that's not me? I'm like, bitch, wake up. Right? So, and then finally we had to reach out to family and take care of, man. But, man,
Yeah.
when you was rich and successful and you start making money,
Yeah.
man, especially if you're black people come for you.
Bro,
Yeah.
it is incredible.
Black people like to tear each other down.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Especially if you're conservative too.
Yeah.
They'll
Yeah.
come at you. Like if you have certain viewpoints, they'll look at it like, "Oh, you
Yeah.
ain't
Sold
really one of
out.
us. You sold out or some
Yeah.
shit like that." But it's like,
I like, what does that even mean when a black person is conservative, a sellout? It's like they almost admitting that we black people belong to the Democrats.
yeah,
100%.
Yeah, and they've had the black vote for a majority of their time, but the reality is they don't really help y'all like that. You know, anyone that once you really figure out how the country works and how money works and everything else like that, they don't really. The Democrats don't help you.
Yeah, and they fail to tell you. They always say it's a wage gap between black and white, but it's a wage gap between black and everything else.
Yeah,
Everything else.
Facts.
They use our emotions against us to vote for them, and then just coast along like nothing happened.
Right.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Back to dating advice. What's y'all's biggest advice for young men trying to find a relationship?
Don't fuck whores.
Okay, I heard that through trial and error.
Now I can tell y'all niggas, don't do it.
Yeah.
All right, don't. Okay.
Right.
Don't do it raw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't do it raw. Yeah. But
Man,
no.
she must have been a bad bitch. Man. I bet she's like, you know what, fuck this. Take this shit off.
Hey man, say it, man.
I'm gonna go bust this.
Don't you hate it, man? You don't want to be with her, but the shit's so good, I'm just gonna do it just one time.
Man, I've done that before, not with a hooker, but it's like I'm sitting there like, man, why did I do that?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
all men do that.
Yeah.
To an extent,
Yeah,
you're like, fuck. Now I got AIDS. You know? I've done that before. Like, I meet a chick and I do it. I was like, damn, why didn't I wear a condom?
Yeah. It happens, bro.
You guys are pretty young, right? How old are you guys?
31.
Man,
How old are you?
34.
man, I'm gonna be 50 this year.
We're gonna be 50 in
What?
September.
Yeah, I'm an old black man.
Y'all niggas old.
Yeah. I know, man.
Don't rub it in, motherfucker.
But hold on, brother. You look young though.
Y'all niggas half a century.
Yeah.
God damn. What the fuck?
Damn, I didn't look at it like
Yeah. Y'all niggas old as fuck.
Yeah,
bro.
we make 100 together. And
Yo.
Yeah, man.
I remember watching YouTube, watching you guys.
Yo, y'all niggas were alive when like Nixon was in office and shit. Y'all remember Watergate? Yo.
Damn.
Yo.
I read stories about it.
Damn.
9/11.
No, we started YouTube when we was like 35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About y'all's
Wow.
age, man. When we started YouTube.
You guys look young though.
Yeah.
I hope it stays that way, man. I don't feel like it.
Like, don't cry.
Damn,
man.
y'all could have got attacked by Jeffrey Dahmer. Yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, if I
You
was
went after
gay.
niggas too. Yeah. Well, after that trendy story, I don't know anymore.
Yeah, that story we don't know anymore.
Did y'all see that documentary on him?
Yeah.
On Netflix?
Oh yeah, that shit was
He
crazy.
did a breakdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like I have another YouTube channel where I just talk about true crime and like I break down cases like you know, whether it's like recent stuff like with the Diddy situation. It was actually my field office that went and hit his house.
No shit.
When I was watching the news, I recognized one of the agents on the floor that was at the house.
shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you think there's any truth behind what's going on with Diddy?
Okay, so
Because you know how black people, they we talk shit on one another, and then
Yeah.
when shit hits the fan, they won't support
But
us.
the question is, did he do it or did he not?
Yeah.
Right.
this guy.
Right.
get it?
Right.
So
Well, what happened to Trump really opened my eyes.
oh yeah,
I don't trust the FBI. I don't trust the police anymore.
So I could-
support them, but you can't trust every.
I could definitely speak to this because like I've written like hundreds of search warrants from at a federal level, right? So like what I will say is this: with the Diddy situation, for them to get search warrants to go search his house in different locations, different jurisdictions, different field offices being involved, the massive amount of coordination, they had to had a lot of probable cause to search a home federally. To get a federal search warrant for a house, you need a lot of probable cause. So
What
what
do you
that
think
tells
they're
me,
looking for?
they have informants, 100%.
Yeah.
Because like for you to search someone's house,
Oh.
you need fresh, what we call fresh PC, fresh probable cause, that there's evidence or fruits of a crime at that location. So whoever, they have someone that has been to both of those residences. Definitely, that's
They have someone on the inside.
100%. You can't get a search warrant for a house unless you have one. So they definitely got
So
some
it's
information.
somebody's real close to Diddy.
100%. Someone that's been in the house before and could speak to what was there. Because that's how they're going to get their probable cause of search, which, you know, and then also people forget, like a bunch of people came forward on the civil case. Those people could be used as witnesses in a criminal case. The feds definitely talked to Cassie, guaranteed, and she probably knew people in his circle that are close to him. Then they went and talked to them, gathered probable cause. All right, we have enough for the search warrant. Then they hit everything simultaneously. And then with the Trump situation, because I studied that case extensively too, the only thing that concerns me is the case out of Florida. As you guys know, he's been indicted like 4 different times, bunch of different. Because I'm a Trump supporter too. He got indicted out of New York for I think the Stormy Daniels state case. Then out of Georgia with
Another
the
hooker.
Rico, that chick, the
Stay away
extortion
from
shit.
the hoes.
Hoes, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Man.
Hoes, man.
And then you had
Shit.
the case out of Georgia with Fannie Willis that they went. That's a state RICO case, which you know she pretty much tried to do the YSL RICO on Trump. I think that those 2 cases aren't strong. They're both weak.
Yeah, they're both really weak.
But then they got a federal case for him out of Washington D.C. for the January 6th crap, which there's a federal version of that, and then the state version in Georgia, and then they got the documents case out of Florida. The case that worries me is the documents case out of Florida, because what they're basically saying is, even if he declassified the documents, it's called NDI, National Defense Information, which anytime you have stuff that can be looked at as like military defense information, that shouldn't be disseminated. So you shouldn't be having that. So that's what they're going to go after him for, and that's what concerns me, because the documents were there. You
How
know
much
what I mean?
time could he face from that?
Well, it's under the Espionage Act, like I think it's 18 U.S.C. 793. So like it could vary a lot, because that's the same charges. I don't know if you guys remember an FBI agent back in the day called Chris Hansen. He went to jail for like pretty much life. He just died recently, and they got him under espionage. So it depends on like, you know, there's so many different ways that judges account when they go ahead and sentence people. But he had a bunch of documents and a bunch of different counts. But I don't know. I think his play is he needs to become president and then pardon himself.
Right, that's
Is
what I
yeah, for the federal cases.
You know what the sad thing about this is? I bet a majority of the presidents are guilty of this.
They the
the
same
very
thing.
thing.
Yep.
They're just fishing and being petty about it.
Bro, a bunch of presidents have had documents like that.
Joe
After
Biden
they've
had
taken-
documents in his
exactly.
drawers, yeah.
He
exactly.
wasn't even president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy that they're going after him for that, but
Is there any truth that because he was president, he could declassify those documents?
he can.
Okay.
But what they're gonna go after him for, they're saying classification doesn't matter when it's NDI, National Defense Information, because he had military info from the Department of Defense. So that's always considered as like you're not supposed to have that. Like,
But
you'd
he
be a
can
bust.
definitely pardon himself. That'd be the
I think
first
so.
one, right?
I think that's the move, is to pardon himself federally once he gets, because there's no way he's gonna, unless they rig it again. There's no
Right.
way that he's gonna lose this election, bro. Like
Yeah.
he has like a huge. I mean, he didn't even show up for the debates.
Right.
Everybody knew he was gonna be the Republican
Have
candidate.
to.
Yeah, everybody, especially for me, if you're a Republican, you almost feel like you're indebted to him.
Yeah.
For all the things they put him through.
Oh yeah.
You
gotta
owe
support.
your vote to him. Yeah,
I mean,
you
he
have
raised
to.
like $50 million the other day,
Right.
like, which is more than a bunch of other people. So,
Right.
I mean, at this point, they're just trying to get him on anything. Like the fact that like when they charged him the first time in New York on like that, because that charge originally is a misdemeanor, guys. Like but they went ahead and hit him with the felony version.
Right.
And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, they just got some out for this guy.
Yeah.
Because that charge that they hit him with, because the DA, I think something Bragg, Alvin Bragg, something like that.
Yeah, Alvin Bragg.
Yeah, Alvin Bragg. He campaigned on, we're gonna go after Trump.
That's
It's like,
crazy.
yeah, bro,
yeah,
like
it's crazy,
crazy.
yeah.
So it's a political hit job, man, is what it is. But the only thing that concerns me though, just from like my experience and knowing, like, because I've done NDI cases before, they're pretty much open shut if they have the documents. But if he gets in his office, he could pardon himself because it's a federal case. The other ones, the governor's gonna have to pardon him. But I think if he takes office,
Right.
whoever the governor is of Georgia and New York will probably pardon him.
That would be crazy if he win the election from jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would
That
be.
would be insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tried to get him off the ballot, and they
Open
failed.
his cell. Pardon myself.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You can kiss my ass again.
And they tried to take him off the ballot in Colorado, and I think somewhere in the
Yeah.
Midwest, and he ended up. I think the Supreme Court overturned it. So
Yeah.
it's good, man. I'm really rooting for him. I mean, I've been very outspoken about this. That I support Trump, and I think it's a bunch of bullshit what they're doing, because a bunch of presidents have done dumb shit like this before, and they're only
right.
going after him for it.
Right.
Of course.
Yeah. What was y'all's red pill moment? Have y'all always been Republican? Oh, you're not Republican. You a Biden supporter.
No, I'm neither.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
you're like,
Yeah.
You're a foreigner, bro.
I'm just here, man.
Oh, okay. I get it. I get it.
He's American citizen, but he don't care about that shit.
Yeah.
For me, so I voted for Obama in 2008 like an idiot when I was 18.
I did too.
What you always do, right? You're like, woo, my president is black, my Lambo's blue,
Yep.
right? But right, y'all remember that shit? Right, right. It was a historic moment. But for me, when I went to college, man, that's kind of like what woke me up, realizing that like, I was like, damn, why do I get taxed so much? Like, damn, why do we give so much on welfare and shit? And then as you start to make more money, right, you start to wake up and realize, like, bro, I don't want to give this shit away to people that didn't work as hard, right? If I'm gonna just boil it down,
Yeah,
but in general,
exactly
like,
what it is, though.
yeah, the conservative side, what I've realized is they just tend to operate in reality more, right? Versus like imaginary. Ooh, let's make everything fair and equal, and but the reality is, I was like, no, we live in a merit fucking autocracy. Like we don't live in a let's give handouts type society. Now, are there things that I might look at more from a liberal sense? Of course. But in general, I would say I definitely am more from a libertarian side, which I would lean more right for sure on most things.
Yeah. So you don't take part in any voting?
I will this time because I believe in deportation.
Come on.
Let's go, Trump. Let's go.
You believe in deportation? Yeah.
Now I do.
Yeah.
Oh, that.
Hey, man. Oh, you talking about that horror again. You want that horror deported.
Sip my tea.
You got ulterior motives. Oh, man. Crazy as hell, man. Yeah.
You know what I thought about
Yeah.
What's up?
when I was doing those activities?
Uh-huh.
Those
Those
videos-
activities.
what you guys used to do? What you know, got
Oh, you went deep inside. Oh, you could see it was the nuts hanging out. Yeah, we
Just
started.
kidding.
We started doing. We hadn't did relationship advice
In a
for
minute.
a while.
Yeah,
But
in
we
a
just
while.
recently started it back up.
You should, bro. You got a lot of
Yeah.
good tips.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. It was funny because like it was good advice, but your reactions to it is like, get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah.
Right.
Y'all can teach old nigga game.
bro.
You gotta get a bitch when you got a cane.
Man, my wife, right?
Yeah.
We'd be out in town. Oh, it's one of Hodgetwins. And then people would come up to my wife afterwards. Why is he taking all his pictures? What does he do? My wife would be so ashamed to tell her what I do. Because at the time I was doing all that relationship.
Oh,
So he's just a janitor. He's a janitor.
famous janitor.
Yeah.
Yeah, should have told nobody what we did.
Yeah.
It's funny, when girls ask what we do, I say, yo, you know what? I work at a local radio station. I do a show. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Radio.
This was how long ago was that? When
Man, back when Ask Hodgetwins just started, man, I think we was like maybe a year into it.
like what 2010,
Man, that's a
11,
long
12?
time ago.
It's, I would say, what year we in? I don't even keep track of that shit
I'm-
anymore. It's probably like 2020. 2019, 2018.
Yeah, I think it was 2017.
When we first started popping
2017?
on YouTube.
Mhm.
Yeah, something like that. When we first started.
No,
we was earning
after
a living
20,
on YouTube.
about 2020. Yeah.
How long y'all been married? How long?
I'm going on 27 years.
20,
God damn, what the
Yeah.
hell?
25
Yeah.
years.
Y'all
20
niggas old.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. 25 years I've been married.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah.
How many
Niggas
My
got
oldest
married when
daughter-
Clinton was
my-
in office. What the fuck is going on?
My oldest daughter is 26.
Damn.
She's
Yeah.
like,
Through my first marriage, I was married one
Yeah.
time. That was a damn.
yeah, I got
That
3
was
kids.
fiasco.
Yeah, I got 3 kids. Y'all got any kids?
All right, nigga.
You probably got kids all over the place. You dating 3 women at a time.
Listen, bad. I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
Your boy was shooting blanks.
Oh, yeah?
She blanks. Man, my shit is lethal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get like a drop.
Yeah.
She pregnant.
How many kids you got?
I got 3.
Yeah, I got
You?
4.
How many you got?
0. Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got one.
One.
It's my dog. Shout out to that nigga, man. That nigga's my son, man.
White Sheba, opposite of him.
My nigga hero. Yeah.
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 Yeah, man. Yeah, we've been married, man. Yeah, I'm old.
What does it mean to be a
Y'all
father,
can teach.
bro?
Y'all can teach
Yeah,
niggas.
father.
Yo, real talk. Y'all can teach dudes how to get girls with beepers. What the fuck, bro?
Dude, when I asked my
Yo.
girl for
To
her
have a
phone number,
beeper.
Yeah.
when I
Yeah.
met my girl, I said, "Let me get your number." She gave me her mom's number, which was the house number,
Yeah.
landline, and she gave me a beeper.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's how old we are.
I remember the first time I saw a guy walk in the store with a cell phone. And that shit was like this big.
Yeah.
That shit like a
Dinosaur.
It looked like a boombox. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are young, man.
How has dating changed from back then to now? You think?
Oh yeah.
Well, back in the day, man, when we grew up, to get like a sexually provocative picture, you had to be in a committed relationship. Nowadays, women just put it up on Instagram.
Yeah.
For
You had
free.
to you used to have to work for that.
Damn.
Now you just go on Instagram.
Look, let me tell you something. Y'all got Instagram, all this shit.
Yeah.
Look here. I just got out the Marine Corps. I was like in my early 20s. We didn't have cell phones. We had pagers and shit, right?
Yeah.
In Orange County,
Email.
California, right? It was this the newspaper, the Orange County Classified. There was an adult section.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was this fucking phone number you called, 1-800, right? You could set up an account, put up your profile, they hear your voice and you tell them what you look like. Yeah, I'm 6 foot.
You ought to hear me something. My name's Keith Hodge, black male, light skin, got blue eyes.
You such a, you're right. So I did that, and you had to pay money to get your messages.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how I was.
Yeah.
When you didn't have no Tinder, I pretty much when I was in San Diego, I would just drive down the street and just be in my car and just pick up women.
Yeah.
Ah.
Like, it was like right now.
You probably
it's
know
so
what he's
easy.
talking about.
Well, so I'll tell you,
yeah.
this. So here's the thing. So like technology has made dating easier, but it's also made it harder. What I mean by that is like, is giving women. I genuinely believe that social media, Instagram especially, has kind of fucked it up for a majority of men. And the reason why is because now girls have access to the top tier guys. So why is she gonna go on a date with you when she has an NFL player hitting her up? And like this is like average ass chicks, bro, getting messages from like top tier guys. So like what's happened is like a lot of modern day girls, and people see this when they watch our show, are super entitled, man. Like you got girls that are 5s and 6s demanding a man that's like a 9 or a 10, and they think, oh, I fucked that NFL player. I have had sex with a NBA player before. These are the type of men that I deserve, and I should be able to date seriously. But they don't realize, like, bro, you're just on a sex rotation.
Right.
But that's kind of what's happened now with social media. It's kind of polluted a lot of girls and made them fairly delusional about their own sexual market value.
Yeah, because a lot of when it comes to dating, back when we grew up, oh, he's handsome, he's cute, whatever. Yeah. Now it's like they look at your status first before they look at anything else.
Oh, yeah, bro. Yeah. Like so, it's gotten to a point now where if you meet a hot girl, like a bad 21-year-old or whatever, and you don't got an Instagram, she gonna think you're weird.
Right.
She's gonna be like, what the fuck, like. But that's just kind of how we are. It's like it's like your business card right now with social media.
Yeah.
You don't got good pictures or your dating profile. So what ends up happening is with the way dating is now, like a lot of guys are reporting having less sex than other decades, and it's because of like the explosion of social media, where women now can literally pick and choose the best guys, and they could get flown out. We live in a what I call a globalized sexual marketplace now.
There's a lot of truth to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some game for your viewers right now if you're looking to get married or get a girlfriend. So you meet a girl.
Yeah.
She's somewhat hot, even average, right?
Right.
She may tell you, oh, I work at Starbucks or I work at, Target. Simple job.
Right.
But you don't know what she's doing behind closed doors. If you want info on the girl, you need to do the whole facts.
Slide in the DMs.
I messed up on the whole facts. But you don't have to. Anybody watching this. Because there's a website you can go to called PimEyes. It's
what?
Here? Yeah. It's actually PIM.
New info.
Eyes.com.
Exclusive.
Put a picture up, tells you everything about her. So guys, listen. I'm telling you right now, man. Any man out there, do the whole facts. Because I'm telling you, they'll lie to your face, say everything's nice and rosy. They're whores.
Yeah.
Can
you bring up that site?
Yeah. PIM eyes.com.
Run your girl through there.
PIMice.com?
Yeah, eyes.
Eyes.com.
Private investigator.
Because it scans like the internet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bro, if I knew about this, man.
Yeah.
Shit, I'd fuck with
You can find out a girl's history.
everything. Websites, all that stuff.
Really?
Secret sauce right there.
Because like a lot of girls like are all over the internet, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The thing is, you don't know her from Adam, from Kingdom Come. She could be anybody. She could be, lying to you the whole time, and you find out, oh shit.
You know what I noticed? Once we got very popular on Instagram, we have all these hookers sliding in our DMs.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this bitch bad. Look at this. She trying to reach out.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get this bitch pregnant. So I was like, man, all these women are prostitutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And guess what?
Yeah.
They want to do a podcast with you.
Yeah.
And people get mad at us, right, when we say like, yo, a lot of these girls like, will sell you purity, right? Like I always say, men sell success, women sell purity.
Right.
And the reality is like if you take an average 22-year-old girl, she's probably gonna have more bodies than the average 22-year-old guy, just because they just have so much access. And then like women dominate college campuses now. They're like almost 3/4 of the population. We all know what happens in college. So like it's completely okay and normal for girls to sexualize themselves and be promiscuous in their 20s. As a matter of fact, it's encouraged. Oh, have fun in your 20s, then get married in your 30s.
Yeah.
And that's some of the most counterproductive advice you can give females, because what ends up happening is they go to school, they make this money, they become more successful, they increase their socioeconomic status and their ability to earn. And then what ends up happening is their thirst or their thirst for men goes up, like their requirements go up because they make a certain amount of money. But simultaneously, they don't know this, their value's gone down. They've gotten older, they've gotten fatter, right? Because let's be honest, you just get put on pounds as you age.
Right.
And men don't look at socioeconomic success the same way that women do. So like her value's going down. Yeah. Her value's going down while simultaneously her standards go up. So it makes it very difficult for women to find men. They estimated like by the next 10 years or so, over 50% of women are going to be single. And I believe that because we're probably already there now.
Yeah.
So
Why does when women become successful, they become so independent? Like when I became successful, I want someone to share it with.
Yeah.
But women, no, it's not like that.
Especially among black women. Oh, I don't need a man. I got a job. I got a house. I got a car. Why I need a man for?
Yeah.
I was like, maybe companionship.
Yeah.
So here's the analogy I always like to use with guys, because that's a good one, right? So I've always said, like, because for men, sometimes it's hard for them to understand, like, why do women operate like that, or for women it's hard to understand. I always say, like, as a dude, right? Let's say that you had a bad chick, right, that was always ready to give you a blowjob or smash you. She was a 10 out of 10 at all times.
Yeah, she's perfect.
She's always available, right? Let me ask you this.
Smiling and shit. We both smiling.
If you had that chick always available to you, would you tolerate fuckery from women? Would you let a girl stand you up on a date? Would you let girls talk to you crazy? You wouldn't, right?
Hell no.
You're like, man, I got this bad bitch right here. Fuck you,
I got
right?
this girl sucking my dick
Yeah,
every 10 minutes.
yeah,
Hell
like
no.
fuck you. That's exactly how women look at it when they got money. That's exactly, they look at it like, I got a career, etc. So I don't. What do I need you for? Like,
Right.
so then what ends up happening, since they make their own money and shit, they're like, okay, I want a guy that makes the same amount of money as me, and I want him to be attractive.
Right.
You know, because
too much.
they feel like they could demand more
Yeah.
because of their socioeconomic status, but what they don't realize is that you really can't demand more because we don't give a fuck about that shit.
We don't. Right.
So-
right. We making our own money.
Yeah,
They become the man that they wanted. So
Right.
now, why do they need a man?
Yeah.
that's the number one problem. Because we've interviewed almost 3,000 girls on our show, bro. People always say, y'all just bring OnlyFans bitches. No, we bring on doctors, lawyers, law enforcement, girls that work in marketing. Like, we bring on a bunch of regular girls. The thing is that people don't remember them because they're quiet. They don't talk as much as the fucking OF whores that we bring on.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we had a doctor on literally like a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
Right.
And women like that, and they always talk about the struggles of trying to find a guy because they're making a bunch of money, they're successful, and to find a guy on their level is difficult, let alone find that guy and he's gonna commit to her.
Right.
You
know who?
the biggest mouths are the ignorant chicks.
Yeah.
They never shut up.
Kevin Samuels used to say that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And black women hated him
Yeah.
for telling the truth.
You tell the truth because they're, and just keep it 1,000, because like let's keep it a million, right? Most black children grow up in fatherless households,
Right.
right? So when you grow up as a black girl, right, in a household with just your mom, and she's constantly
Seeing a
telling you
bunch of guys.
niggas ain't shit, right? And then you grow up and all your friends also don't have dads, and they're also saying niggas ain't shit.
Right.
And then you're dealing with dudes that don't have a dad, that don't have traditional masculine traits. They're being effeminate. They're being, they're going to jail, etc. They're doing all this stupid shit, and they're perpetuating that stereotype about, black dudes being, deadbeat dads or whatever the fuck, and you just grow up around that all the time. And then you listen to rap music where they're saying niggas ain't shit, etc. And there's this continual perpetuation of like shitting on the black man in the black community.
Right.
You say, I don't need no man, I'm strong and independent. And then you listen to Beyonce, who I think she fucking brainwashed a bunch of women saying, I'm Miss Independent, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But what they don't know, and I talked about this in my book, is Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce, and she didn't fucking leave. Why? Because, in her song, I Can Have Another You in a Minute. No, you can't, bitch. There's only one Jay-Z.
Right.
But there's plenty of girls that look better than you, that are younger than you, that Jay-Z could go ahead and replace you with. And it's not until women get older that they realize, damn, I am replaceable. But they don't realize that, early enough.
Right.
So I think that's kind of the issue, especially in the black community, where there's just a lack of respect for the male authority figure in general, because
Yeah.
they grow up all day with their mom saying, niggas ain't shit, you don't need a man,
Yeah.
strong, independent.
And no other race I don't see is prevalent in the black community.
Nah, it's a black problem. Let's keep,
Yeah.
Yeah, we were lucky. We had a dad. I didn't even notice this stuff growing up, but all my friends that I grew up with, I never seen their fathers.
Yeah.
None of
Yeah.
them.
All of them went to prison.
Yeah.
All of them went to jail.
Yeah, and I've always said, like, dads keep sons out of jail and daughters off sugar poles. Like if like I grew up like hating my dad because he was just so restrictive. Like, I've never done a drug in my life, but I thank him for that now, because he would always threaten me. If I ever catch you doing any of this stuff, I'm gonna send your ass back to Sudan. I was like, God damn, you'll send me to the Middle East? Nah, I'm good. And Sudan's poor as fuck. So I was like, I always like that kind of kept me on the straight and narrow. And then one time I remember I got bad grades, and they sent my ass to Egypt for a month. And that shit sucked. People think Egypt's all nice and shit. I was like, no, man, it was fucking terrible. I couldn't play Xbox and shit. I was like, fuck, I came back. I'll never forget. I was 15 years old. Bro, I was in Cairo, right? Because I got family in Egypt too. I was in Cairo. I never told this story before. So 15 years old, I get like a shitty grades in my sophomore year. So my dad's like, man, you're going back to Middle East, motherfucker. So they send my ass to Cairo with my mom. So I'm there, and it's fucking terrible. It's poor as fuck. The electricity is trash. You can't play video games. I was playing Xbox all the time back then. That's another reason why I sent me. I played too much video games.
Right.
And like I was there for a month, and they made it sound like I was gonna go to school out there, and they're gonna keep me out there. I was like, oh my God. So, yeah, bro. So I was like, what the fuck? And yeah, shit sucked. It fucking sucked. People think, oh, I'd love to see the pyramids. Fuck that. Egypt sucks. So I was there for a month. My ass was suffering, and then finally they was like, you know what? Okay, we're gonna bring you back to start the school year. And I was like, oh my God, I'll never forget. I came back to JFK Airport. I fucking kissed the ground, bro, and I got back to America. Yeah. And then I just had a newfound appreciation for the United States. This is why I always shit on people that complain. Oh, bro, the U.S. sucks, blah, blah. And let's be honest, a lot of black people, they blame other people for why they're not successful. And I'm like, motherfucker, you should be thanking God that you even live in this country. And it took me to go to a third world country to figure that out.
Right. If only we could send all the black people here that's complaining about this country, send them to Africa. Let them live there for a little while.
Yeah.
Then they'll have a better appreciation.
That sticks with me,
They
bro.
call it the motherland too.
Yeah.
Sticks with me to this day. So that's why I really, and then also when I worked for Homeland, I did human smuggling investigations. It'd be all the time. I'd go and we'd catch a truck driver smuggling like 50 aliens in the back of a truck, etc. These people went through hell to get to the United States. Some of them die on the journey. I've seen so many dead bodies of migrants trying to come to the United States. Right. And I'm like, damn, these people are putting it all on the line, giving their life savings to be smuggled into the United States. And you're over here pissing away this opportunity as an American citizen. You're an American citizen, a fucking brokey? What's wrong with you?
Right.
They don't know.
Absolutely right.
They just believe what they hear on TV.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like so appreciative of like being, I was born in the US, but like I'm so appreciative of being an American citizen. And my parents always used to yell at me like, I came to this country, I brought you here. Like if I was born here, I'd be a fucking doctor or a lawyer and shit like that. And then it took me being 30 years old almost to really appreciate what my dad did for me. And now I think back, like if I didn't have my dad, I'd probably be a fuck up. So that's why dads are so important.
Oh, our dads was hard on us. I mean, he used to, man, he would be in prison if he.
Yeah, I remember my dad, man.
He used to beat us.
Hell yeah, same here.
I remember my dad, he shot his cousin over a card game, right?
He did some menace to society shit.
Yeah.
What the heck?
He shot his cousin over a card, and I remember he used to come home drunk, right, and tie the whole house up. And I remember he sat me down one day. He said, look, son, don't ever gamble, and don't ever drink. I was like, nigga, you ain't got to tell me. I've been watching you the whole time.
But he was hard on us.
Yeah.
And at the time, I didn't like it.
Yeah, he instilled in me because he worked 2 jobs. He had a factory job that later ended up killing him, and then he was a barber on the weekends.
Yeah.
Wow.
He always worked, and that's why I think we
We got
had
the
that
work
trait.
ethic that we got.
Same with my dad. He was always working, doing overtime.
Always working.
Trying to support us. Because I didn't grow up with money. My dad came here as
Oh,
an
my
immigrant
God. Let me
in
show you the
70s.
house I grew up in.
Or 80s, sorry.
Hey, Joe, pull up my house. Type in 538 Franklin Street,
Oh my!
Martinsville, Virginia.
Shit.
Wait till you see this damn house.
Is that bad?
Oh, my God.
Dude.
This house was surrounded by these big-ass Cherokee trees, man.
Cherokee trees.
they look like, you know.
Oh, y'all were out in the sticks.
Yeah. Rural. And we used to have these bad thunderstorms, high winds. I was like, yep, we're going to die in this house with these trees. What these trees going to fall in this house? I remember one time a tree fell, and the tree hit the ground. It was so big, we flew up out our seats like,
Oh, no
4 or 5
way.
feet. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we was very poor growing up.
538.
Builds character, though. I think
Yeah.
for men, like, it's really important that they grow up.
Oh yeah, you turn.
There you
Okay,
go.
up the hill right there.
That's the house I
We
grew up
lived in
in.
What the hell? You can't even see it.
I know.
Yeah, it's covered in weeds now.
Yeah.
My sister just sold that house for like $5,000. But about 6 months ago, Keith?
That's been about a year.
Yeah.
Y'all can't even see that shit.
I used to play on that damn hill, get ticks and shit all over me.
Yeah.
Yo, y'all are out in the middle of nowhere, man. Damn,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
Did them dudes with the white hoods ever show up? Goddamn.
They used to come like once a year down the
March
middle.
down
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is rural, southern United States.
I don't know how many times I was walking up that road and someone called me a spear chucker or N-word.
Yeah, we
No
grew up in
way.
a poor white neighborhood.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Daddy didn't
That's
want to live in
different.
yeah, my daddy wanted to live in a poor black side. He's out to take my chance with these racist white people.
Yes, hey, man. That might be better.
Yeah, it was better. All them niggas in jail. now.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
my dad, he talked to me and
Yeah.
then said, "I'll be back, son," and then never came back.
No shit.
Really?
Yeah. How old were you?
He bullshitting.
Like 4.
Man, yo, I don't remember shit when I was 4.
Nah, but he just left though, you know.
He just
Oh,
left.
did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't even say bye or anything?
He taught me well.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
man,
that's
okay.
a lot of that though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
I don't know why, but
Yeah.
it's just like a culture thing.
Yeah.
What do you think about Sexy Red and in our music?
hurt and having an impact on black culture?
It's bro, it's crazy. And it's interesting because like, you know, when you're younger, you don't notice this shit, but like as I've gotten older and older, I'm like, damn, like this music really pollutes the fucking youth, bro. Like this shit crazy. Like she's encouraging like young black women or the youth to like be a whore. And like I remember this video went viral where like a bunch of kids were like singing, shake that asshole.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Had little kids.
Yeah,
dancing
little black girls. And I was like, what the fuck? And the mom is over here recording like, like this is great. And I'm like, what the fuck is this, dude?
Yeah, like a lot of rap
Clown
music,
world.
like that gangster, the hood rap music, I think that's like destroyed. I mean, it's had its hand in having a detrimental impact on the black community.
Hell yeah.
But now I see them, now they're targeting black women to take it another step further. I solely believe she's like a plant to destroy the black community.
But she don't realize all she cares about is her money.
Because there's no other demographic that has a sexy red.
Yeah.
Are you going to see a white sexy red ever? No.
Chinese, Asian, anybody.
You're not going to see that. Only in the black community you're going to see that. That's the only thing they allow.
We have City Girls, Cardi B, all these people.
Right.
You're right. Sex rate is more targeted towards.
Well, they got Taylor Swift. She's a whore too, but she's way
she's
way
more
better about it than
sophisticated.
them.
She's a high class hoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sophisticated help.
Yeah.
You know, this bitch is saying like, you know, don't cook, don't clean, but still got a ring. And Taylor Swift is like, I feel like I'm 22. Like, same shit. They're both whores, but
Hey, pull up that clip of those little kids.
That's the clip.
Wow. That's wild.
Sad, huh?
And the mom is recording it, bro.
Yeah. Where the daddy at? Y'all see the daddy?
Yeah.
Where daddy at?
This is wrong.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah.
But that's where we're in. And the thing is that like that type of music is way more ubiquitous now because of social media. You know what I mean? With TikTok, Instagram, etc. Like I remember back in the day, and you guys probably even further back, like if you wanted to get like music that was like, you know, had profanity and stuff like that, it had the parental advisory, explicit content, they wouldn't sell it to you unless you were of a certain age. Well, for y'all, it's probably vinyls. But for us, it was CDs.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, y'all got the big ass vinyls and shit.
Yeah.
And it
I
had the
remember that
parental
shit.
advisory, explicit content. But they don't have that anymore because it's all online now. And you just got to pay $1 and you get on Apple iTunes. You can go on TikTok. It's there. So, like, it has easier access. Same shit with pornography. Pornography, you used to have to be, you have to work to get that shit. Now it's like all over the internet. And that's a whole other
Back
thing.
in the day, you had to pay $19.99 for it.
Yeah.
Really?
Nothing was free.
Yeah.
There was no such
You had to
thing
get
as
a
free.
porn mag and shit, and they had stores that would sell it to you. But now you could just go on the internet and get it for free. So it's just like,
What kind of music do you like? Listen to? What kind of music?
I listen to everything.
Everything?
I listen to everything but niggas. Everything. I listen to some R&B, old R&B, but the stuff nowadays, man, it's just
R. Kelly?
I can't people stuff. Man, I still listen to R. Kelly.
no shit.
Usher?
Yeah. Usher, yeah.
I loved R. Kelly.
I listen to a
man.
lot of country.
Yeah.
I listen to country too.
You think they did him wrong, man?
Who?
R. Kelly.
R. Kelly?
It's the same thing they did to Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing.
R. Kelly, I mean,
There's no personal
there were-
accountability. They just want to blame somebody.
Yeah,
You got 30 years too, man.
Yeah.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah.
It's sad, man.
I don't know, man. I mean, all those girls wanted it, and that's no justification for what he did.
Yeah.
But I mean, in the black community, girls grow up quick.
Yeah.
Quick. 12 years old. That's.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand he's got to do some time, but
And they're
shouldn't
applying
take
those
his whole
rules
life away.
culturally to a demographic of people that don't abide by that same rules. Like being black is just a totally different culture.
Yeah.
Totally different culture. And those parents who was dropping off their kids, they knew what was going on. I think they're just trying to squeeze him for money, and it turned out to be he was going to have to do some jail time. I'm not excusing the shit he did.
Right.
Shit was wrong.
Yeah, it was wrong.
But if he's in jail, all those Catholic priests need to be in jail. Did the exact same thing.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know? So I think it's just a double standard when it comes out of society. You have all these Catholic priests, all these Baptist preachers.
All these people on the Epstein list ain't in
Yeah.
jail. It's this.
You know what's crazy?
And
I
you know
realized-
there's both powerful politicians on the Epstein list. And nothing's going to happen to them.
To a greater extent, you know what I realize about like us being successful as men?
Mm-hmm.
It takes just one woman to fuck your whole shit.
Yeah.
Easy.
Just one woman, bro.
No
so,
doubt.
so
Holy.
you have to be careful. Date 3 women at a time.
Yeah.
No, I'm extra careful now.
Yeah,
You know? But yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, especially being successful as y'all two. Y'all single too.
Yeah, and we
I
live in
think
this Me Too era too, which is like it's crazy how like, you know, they'll just believe anything a girl says.
Oh,
you know, look at Johnny
believe all
Depp.
women.
Like if Johnny Depp never recorded those arguments, bro, we would all think that he was a terrible person that
Right.
was like, you know,
Right.
raping her, doing all this shit. But the reality is, no, she was beating his ass.
Yeah.
Thank God he recorded it and he had it. But it's like, bro, it's crazy that this is the world that we're in, where it's like, you know, when in doubt, just believe women as if they can't lie.
Yeah.
But a lot of times they do.
And women lie. I don't know how many times a woman told me she was pregnant.
Oh yeah.
Woman said I ain't pay her child support. Thank God I kept all my receipts.
Yeah.
Man, women lie all the time.
Yeah.
They lie
100%.
more than dudes.
And one thing I would tell you about women, they can be very vindictive and evil. They will ruin your life
Facts.
Trust me, I
if
know.
they can. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got some
Absolutely.
experience in that. I was like, man, these women out here, man. I mean, I showed up to work. There was a confidential envelope on my desk. So I ain't open that shit. Open that shit. Back child support, $100,000.
What?
Yep. They was
that
gonna take
much?
because they added fees, late penalties and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Right. So luckily I kept all the leases while I used to live with her. I kept all my, because back in those days, I MoneyGrammed everything. Western Union. I
yeah.
kept all the receipts.
We
I had-
old, man.
I
We
had
doing money.
MoneyGram, god damn.
Yeah. No
Yeah.
Venmo.
And
Yeah,
I
no
submitted,
Cash App.
I
That was a
submitted
Cash App
it-
back then.
Yeah, I submitted to the judge. They threw it all out of court.
Wow.
And the funny thing is, I had a great. I made a agreement with her. Okay, I pay you $800 a month because things weren't working out, and that was a lot of money back in those days, right?
Yeah.
So she went to child support on me, saying that I never paid her anything. And at the time I was living in Orange County, California. It was a very expensive, affluent neighborhood.
She moved to
She
Fresno.
moved to another city, Fresno. It was
Cheap.
much cheaper. And went behind my back and applied for child support. And it went from $800 all the way down to $310 a month.
Yeah.
I was like, bitch, thank you.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
She tried you, bro.
She did a lot of stuff. I
She
mean,
thought she would get more.
yeah,
But she got
I
less.
mean, I wasn't no saint, but man, some things that women do is very vindictive. I couldn't do that to a woman or a guy if I was gay.
Yeah, there's people that've been accused. there's people that've been accused, bro, and then they get they get exonerated, and no one talks about how it was
Yeah,
a false
yeah,
allegation. All
yeah.
they remember is the accusation. So it's just
Right.
it is crazy world that we live in, where it's like this whole Me Too, believe all women thing is like very dangerous.
Yeah.
Do you think it's worth men getting married these days?
Hell no, man. Like
No?
So here's the thing. Okay, so before people come at us, right?
Yeah.
I believe in the nuclear family. I think it's the best and only way to raise a child properly, especially in the degenerative world that we're in nowadays. You need two parents because you're probably gonna have to homeschool your kid or put them in a private school
I'm
nowadays.
homeschooling my kids.
Yeah, because this shit is crazy, right?
Right.
With what's going on in the public school system. But with that said, the way marriage is done in the United States is very dangerous for men. There's not really much upside for you because you're taking on an enormous amount of risk with child support, alimony, and then the family courts in general if things don't work out. And then you take on top of that women have an incentive to divorce you now because they could get all the benefits while simultaneously shirking off their responsibility. It's like, it's not in your best interest as a man to get married. So what I tell guys is if you really want to get married, etc., like make sure you just do it. Even a prenuptial agreement, like
Can be overturned.
you could get with a good
Really?
attorney.
Yeah.
You could do some work, but like look at Tyrese right now. He had a damn good prenuptial agreement, but the wife is still angling to get money out of it so they could challenge it. So what I say is like, yo, just don't get married with the state. Like do that shit
Right.
religiously. Go to your church.
Right.
Go to your masjid, however you want to do it. Get married through your priest or your.
But the problem is
Mom,
you
yeah,
can't,
you're
live,
good.
you can't live with her. Because if you live with her,
Yeah, we don't
it might-
believe in
it might
living
be
with girls either.
considered like actually marriage as well by the state.
We tell guys not to live with girls either. I know that sounds crazy as well, but there's a
Right.
bunch of reasons for that. But yeah.
You ever heard the term bait and switch?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So that's what women do. They'll
Oh,
come,
yeah.
They'll come be nice to you. If you sex whenever you want, marry you, say, let's move in together, let's get a house. You marry her, you get a house. Then she's like, oh, I got you now. I'm on the couch, watching TV. Make me a sandwich. I'm tired from work. What you talking about? Oh, you don't do that? Divorce. And then next thing you know, you're paying child support and alimony for years. But I'm telling you, bait and switch. You were cool at the beginning, nice
Yeah.
to you, always fun with you. All of a
Yeah.
sudden, it's like, got this nigga by the balls.
Yeah.
And I think the main reason I tell guys like don't live with your girl is because it maintains the attraction when you don't live with her. Because in people
Right.
say, well, hold on, how could you raise kids like that? I'm like, I'm not saying move away and shit, but like as a dad, you really don't. If you're working all the time anyway, let's say you did live there and you're working, you're not there anyway. Like you're out here, making money, etc. You come in when you need to discipline them, whatever.
Right.
Like especially when the kid is like, I think the dad needs to be more involved when the kid hits the teenage years. But in the formative child baby years, the mom can handle most of that shit herself, man.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you maintain the attraction because women like a guy that isn't always available, etc. Like women, what I've realized is like girls don't like us the way we like them, right?
Yeah.
So like for us, like we don't lose attraction to the same level that women do. Like women get, and they've done this in studies, that women get bored in relationships way faster than men. And when they do get bored, attraction just tanks with it, and then that's why they initiate 80% of the divorces. I think not living with her makes you more attractive, keeps you sharp too, because let's be honest, when you live with a chick, you get lazy. She makes the place all comfortable. Oh, don't go to the gym, just hang out with me. Why do you work so much? Because like they don't have the same mindset that we do. They don't have the same proclivity to go out there and earn.
I found that out the hard way, my first marriage, because I didn't live with her until we got married. Shit totally changed. 2 weeks later, we were trying to kill each other.
Yeah.
You know, there was a famous soccer player they call it football overseas. Yeah. He's a soccer player. He actually got married. I think it was worth like $200 million, something like that.
I know what you mean.
And he got married. But the thing is, when she tried to take him to court, he had took all his possessions, all his money.
Oh, yeah, put it on his mom.
In his mom in a trust, and she couldn't touch anything.
Yeah. I remember that. We talked about that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I can't remember the player's name, though. What's his name?
Yeah, I can't remember his name either, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, out of Spain, I think it was.
Yeah.
Out of Spain.
Yeah, divorce makes the most female millionaires every year.
Oh, yeah.
Big wealth transfer.
If you look at the richest women in the world, all of them got it through inheritance.
Jeff Bezos?
Yeah.
Almost all the richest women got it through inheritance.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just, you have way too much to risk as a man. So my thing is, you want to get married? Cool. I think it's fantastic, right? Especially to raise a family.
Right.
But just don't do it with the state involved.
Right.
Go and get it done religiously, because if you're getting married, that's a religious sanctimony anyway. It's a religious thing.
Anything the state touches is going to destroy it.
It's going to fuck you up, man. So like, because then what ends up happening is she's incentivized to leave you at that point.
Right.
Like, why never get, they have the saying, never get in a contract with someone that's incentivized to break it. And that's what marriage is in the West.
And also, as a man, keep in mind, when you're with a girl long term, you got to be in frame. Because if you lose frame, she loses respect for you. Well, guess what? I can leave anytime. So bye.
Because a lot of guys get lazy when they get a girl, too. They stop going to the gym.
Everybody.
They stop training so hard. They get comfortable. And
get fat and shit.
I mean,
yeah, got a damn good episode going on. And before we get to that, over 94% of y'all are watching, but you ain't subscribed. What kind of bullshit is that? Did you forget? We got a lot of damn good shows coming.
Yeah.
I mean, famous people.
Yeah.
I'm not having a bunch of plumbers and got some real people. Well, they real too, but
No, they ain't.
they ain't famous. I got famous people coming on. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so y'all get notified whenever we got a damn new show coming.
Well, these people, they got brains. They know how to subscribe. And
Well, the white producers is telling us to say that shit.
this is a controversial take. This is why I think you shouldn't be monogamous. I don't believe in monogamy. I think if you're a guy and you're successful and you have your shit together, you should have as many women as you want. And I know people are like, whoa, this is fucked up, bro, blah, blah, blah. But it plays to the carnal side of the female nature, because women are attracted to men that have other women. It keeps your girl on her toes, keeps her staying attractive. She understands that her place isn't necessarily secure, and she's going to work for your affection more. That's just the reality of psychology and how it works with men and women. We don't need that, but women do. Like, women need to constantly see that social proof. They constantly need to see other women checking you out, etc. Like, that's just how they're wired. They need to feel like they got the best guy. Like, I've always said, like, women look at it like this, right? So, because, like, people, like, what are you talking about, Myron? What the fuck are you talking about? I always give the analogy. If you go to a store, right, and you get a handbag for the ladies, and you get a great discount on it, right? But then someone else gets that same bag and they get it for a better price. You're gonna probably want to go back to that store and try to get that price that they got. But if you know you got the best deal, you're not going back to that store. That's how I look at it as a man. You want to be the best deal, so she don't want to go back to the store and have to go and find another bag, etc. I got the best bag, and it's constantly validated to me, because every time I'm out with this nigga, bitches are looking at him. The girls are flirting with him in front of my fucking face. Holy shit. And girls constantly need that. For us, we don't need that shit. Like, if a girl's bad and nobody knows her, you're like, yes, right? I brought her to a party, nobody knows her. But for a girl, she needs to constantly see that other women want you. It's so strange how, and I've always said too, like, pre-selection is by far the strongest attraction trigger for women. When they see you, that's how ugly niggas that are famous, how they get girls? Social proof.
Yeah.
But they'll be ugly as shit.
You always see these old guys, man, on their deathbed with the hottest chicks. It's because they're loaded. Billionaires.
Yeah, which is a form of social status. So for girls, they need that social proof, man. And I hate to use the nightclub as an example, but like, when you go to a nightclub, where all the women concentrated? In the VIP sections. It's like, when you have girls, other girls come to you. It's like passive income on hoes.
Right.
It's crazy, bro. It's
no
like,
woman wants a guy that no other woman wants.
Yeah.
That's
why married men do well. Like, I'm sure y'all get hit on. You guys have your rings on. Like, a girl might talk to you or something like that, or they'll feel more disarmed because they know, damn, he already has a chick. He don't need me, so let me.
Oh yeah.
I told you about the hookers.
Yeah.
Sliding in my DM.
Or they might want to try to extort you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, women are very complicated creatures, man.
Yeah.
Very complicated.
Yeah, and I think
Like, guys, we're simple,
yeah,
Yeah,
you know?
pretty much.
Like
Like,
get
just
to
give
my-
me some jeans, give me some sneakers and a t-shirt, and I'm good.
yeah,
Women, they need the bag, they need the jewelry, they need the makeup, the hair.
Like, the way you
Women
can
are complicated.
keep me happy is, like, sexually.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's all I really need.
yeah. Men are way simpler than women.
Simple.
Like, and that's why I've always said, like, if you got your shit together, right, and she sees you as the best option, well, it's not easy to find that. So she's gonna probably stick with you, but you need to maintain. That's where guys
need to
fuck up is
maintain.
they get lazy and girls lose attraction because they're getting lazy.
And then another guy comes, oh, you're beautiful.
Starts all over again.
Starts all over again. Huh?
Cycle of rebirth. I'm telling you, man. It's tough out here.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna kill my wife when I get home. I
You're gonna OJ her?
am gonna OJ ass.
Man.
I'm gonna have to cut that out because you know how YouTube is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, that OJ case is crazy. Y'all think he did it? I mean, y'all were adults when he killed her anyway.
Yeah, I was in boot camp.
I was in boot camp.
Yeah, y'all were adults, man, when he did that shit.
I remember I came out
Y'all old as fuck, man.
I came out of the shower and I was like, he said, man, you seen this shit? OJ's running from the cops. I said, what the hell he do?
That
He said,
white
"Man,
Bronco?"
He chopped his wife up. Yeah, he was in the white Bronco.
Damn.
I covered that case, man,
Oh, did you?
on my channel, and like I did a lot of research on it because that's like to this day I still think one of the most famous cases ever. That and the Ted Bundy trial, like, are some of the most famous cases ever televised. And
You
After-
think OJ is guilty?
okay, so here's my
go.
theory on
Here
this,
we go.
right?
Okay.
So at the crime scene, Nicole Simpson had hair follicles in her fingernails, defensive, like from defense. She had defensive wounds, right?
Right.
And she had hair follicles of a black man, right, in her nails, but they weren't OJ's DNA. So what I think is, I think OJ did it, but he didn't do it alone. Because if you look at like the severity of how they were killed, like I don't know if y'all saw the crime scene
Almost
photos.
chopped her head off.
Really bad, bro. Yeah, it was super graphic. He almost decapitated her. And the other guy was trained martial artist, Goldman. And the way that they
I
were,
didn't know that. He was
he was,
black belt or something?
he was like, I don't know if he was a black belt, but he was he had combat experience, and they saw a lot of defensive wounds with him too. So there was a fight there. And at the time, people forget OJ was already retired and old, man. Like he wasn't that big or that
He had
fit like that.
arthritis and shit?
Yeah, like he was all fucked up. And Goldman was like in his 20s, and then Nicole was fit herself. She used to go on runs and shit like that. So for him to overpower both of them and fuck them up the way that he did, it wasn't a one-man job. And we know that there was other hair follicles of another unknown African-American male. So what I think was OJ's son was there and helped them. And his son had mental problems. He was a chef. He was good with a knife. And
Profiled his son, huh?
yeah. and his son
Yeah.
he came from another marriage. He hated Nicole. So
Yeah, motive.
he had a motive. And then in 2006, a lot of people don't know this. OJ did like an interview, and he also wrote a book, If I Did It, right? And
Right.
in the book, he talks about a hypothetical where if he did do it, this is what would happen. And in that hypothetical, he says, I'm with a person, and I forget what the name he used was for him. And that person kind of just rages out and goes black. And the next thing I know, everybody's dead. So it's like, I think it was a two-man job, because for him to do it as quickly as he did and get out of there and then get back to his house in that time frame, 100% two-man job.
And it was not much blood in his car.
Yeah.
It looked like you'd been soaked in blood.
Yeah, if you did that yourself, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You
I
said-
think he definitely got rid of the stuff. He had the gloves and everything. Because when he went to his house, like I think they found some blood back at the house.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. Like if he did that shit by himself, he would have had way more blood on him.
Yeah. He got off because he pulled the race card.
Yeah. And then the glove didn't fit.
Right. If
Right.
it don't fit, you must acquit.
Everyone remembers that. Johnny
Nigga
Cochran.
rapping.
You said his son was a chef and good with a knife.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
He was. Like that was like and I think he had military experience too. I think
Oh,
he had
really?
he had military experience, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, his son, I forget his name, but he's like off the grid now. But he was a big dude.
Yeah.
Big ass dude. Yeah, it wasn't small. So, and you line it up, it's like it looks like a two-man job. The way they were killed, obviously it was done with a knife. OJ's kind of old and not as strong. He said in his own hypothetical, if I did it, there was another guy with me, etc. He helped me.
I'm just curious, man. You
Yeah.
guys have been on Earth for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you just rubbing it in, huh?
Yeah,
You've
man.
been on this earth a long time.
What advice would you give to men coming up in today's world? For example, success, getting through hardships.
Yeah. Life is what you make it. The people closest to you are going to be the ones that's going to break your fucking heart.
Yeah.
life is just a big curveball. You don't know.
Yeah, life is tough, but if you focus on yourself, always improve on yourself, success will come.
Yeah.
Don't victimize yourself.
Yeah.
And when you meet a woman and you're trying to find that special person, looks is great, but it's where here's what counts. Because after a while, the look's going to fade, but the mind's going to stay good, and the mind is going to be prettier than they ever was.
And the sugar walls stay the same. So,
The sugar wall.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's not easy, but
And to keep your woman happy, you got to do the little things. Don't leave your underwear on the floor. Flush the toilet.
Yeah.
Listen to them. Because women, they like to talk. They talk too much, actually, right?
Yeah.
And I noticed the thing about my wife, man. She likes when I'm with her. When I said, no, I'm too tired, if I don't go out with her,
Yeah.
oh,
You can hear it. You can hear it.
I'm not going to hear it. I'm going to feel it. She's not going to get violent or anything, but I'm going to feel it. Her mannerism is going to change. The more I'm with her, the happier she is.
yeah,
The less I'm with her,
women are like plants. They need to be nurtured, watered constantly.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's good enough.
yeah. And
Yeah, you
I-
got to do it sparingly though, because if you water it too much,
yeah.
it dies, right?
I like this quote
Yeah,
too. They
yeah.
say women just like plumbers. They're always bringing up old shit. All the
I like
mistakes
that.
you make, they're gonna always bring that shit up.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
care how old you get.
That's true, bro.
Yeah. So before we let y'all go, y'all say y'all believe in open relationship, right?
I do. I don't
Yeah.
believe in being
Yeah.
monogamous.
Okay. How about you?
I don't know why I believe it, man.
Man, you date 3 women at a time.
I'm still trying to figure this shit out, man.
right.
You know?
Yeah.
Are y'all seeing multiple women, or are y'all comfortable in telling me that? Or, I mean, I'm sure if you believe that, you tell the women your relationship, hey. I
Yeah,
believe-
so I'm
yeah.
straight up, man. I mean, y'all know my girl's here right now.
Oh,
Shout out
okay.
to Angie, she's here.
Yeah, you got good taste.
Yeah, hey, thank you.
You got some damn good You definitely a nigga.
Nigga, he came in here with a damn dime.
Appreciate that, man. But yeah, she helps me. So for her, right, she helps me on my true crime channel, Fed Reacts.
Oh, okay.
We do our
True
cases
crime?
together. Yes, yeah. We cover like the Trump case, the Diddy case.
Oh, okay.
We
I
cover
didn't know
serial
that.
killers.
I've never came across that.
That's how I know so
Good.
much about like this stuff with like OJ and stuff, because I
Yeah.
like research these cases and I like give our perspective from a former Fed. So people really enjoy that because I'm able to explain things on a deeper level. Like, okay, this is how Feds wiretap your phone. This is how they get search warrants, etc. This is what happens
Okay.
when you get arrested. These are how they interrogate. So people really enjoy getting my perspective on criminal cases, but she helps me with that stuff, and she's been a complete asset. But I think for a lot of guys, what they don't do is they end up getting with girls that are liabilities, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, obviously your main girl is going to get different type of attention and different type of affection than like some random chick, right? Like, I think I don't believe in monogamy because number one, you get bored. Let's be honest here. As a man, you get bored. Number two, sexually, right? Because we want variety, right? You want variety. But at the same time, you're not gonna. Your main girl handles all the emotional stuff, where you know you're able to talk with her, have a deeper conversation, etc. You actually give a shit about her versus like a girl that you're just like hooking up with. And for men, we're able to compartmentalize that.
Right.
Women aren't. That's why cheating from women is so unacceptable.
It's difference based on feelings.
Exactly. Because if a girl
Love.
cheats on you, she's been checked out.
Yeah.
But for you as a man, like you could go smash another chick and love your girl. Like we're not wired like
Like
women.
you hit it, bitch, gotta go.
Yo,
you know?
keep it 1,000.
Deuces.
Yo,
Yeah, yeah.
when I smash a new chick, it makes me appreciate my girl more. I'm like, damn, that bitch was useless. Fuck, man. Like, where's Angie? I fucking miss my girl, man. Fuck
Man,
this bitch.
this bitch's pussy was horrible.
I be like, God damn, man.
Oh
So, and I'm
That
honest
bitch's
with her.
pussy was dry. She can't suck no dick. Bitch can't even give me a hand job.
That was terrible.
Or the biggest thing is like, I'm like, damn, this bitch is annoying. Like, you
Yeah.
know, and then it makes you really appreciate your girl more. I know that sounds funny as shit. We laughing about it.
Yeah.
But it really is true. So, I mean, I don't know. That's kind of how I look at it. But yeah.
Would you ever stay in a relationship? Let's say you're married and your wife cheats on you. Would you stay in that relationship?
No, fuck no.
No.
She's done with me because I look at it like there's some things that if a woman does, it's unforgivable, right? So like for me as a man, if my girl's in danger and I don't step up to protect her or save her, I deserve to be broken up with. I didn't hold my duty. My duty is to protect and provide, right? If I don't do my job, I'm a fucking idiot and I deserve to be broken up with. However, as a woman, her job is sexual fidelity. That's the number one thing that men care about with females. Like, just don't be a whore, right? And if she doesn't, if she fails that, you gotta get rid of her. Same thing as if I fail my duty as a man to protect and provide, I deserve to be broken up with. I'm a firm believer in traditional gender roles, and I think men should provide for women. I don't think women should work. I think if you're a man,
my wife don't work.
Yeah, like I think they should work electively. Like if they want to work a side job, whatever, cool, that's fine.
Yeah.
But they should not be paying the predominant portion of the bills. They shouldn't be struggling working 40 hours per week. Fuck that shit. To keep your woman nice, feminine, and happy, she shouldn't be working or entering the workforce.
Yeah, when you have, you know how things are so expensive nowadays.
Especially with kids, bro.
Yeah,
Especially if you got kids, she better not work. Fuck that.
Yeah, because it hurts your family.
Yeah.
The family unit. But today, man, shit's so expensive. It's like it's forcing couples to both work, and that puts a strain on the family because you putting women in a position that's not going to benefit them or their family or their husband.
Yeah, and I mean, and we can blame Biden on that with the cost of living soaring and everything else like that, which is ridiculous. But yeah, I'm a genuine believer that men are protectors and providers, and if you can't do that, you don't deserve to have a girl.
Yeah.
Like if you're a brokey, why are you even fucking over here? Because you can't, like, because I've always said, like, right, there's guys out there that got game and can get girls, but they're broke. Well, what ends up happening, and this is why I say you gotta have the full package. You gotta be attractive, have your money together, etc. Because if you're just a good-looking guy and you got game, like you might be able to smash some girls, but you ain't gonna keep them. You're not gonna be able to retain them. It's just a matter of time until some girl, if your girl's hot enough, it's just a matter of time until some other dude that got money takes your girl from you, right? And these simps be paying. Right? Right? Let's keep it 1,000. But at the same time, let's say you got money only, but you're a fucking sucker. What ends up happening is she don't respect you. She's gonna want a guy that, you know, has the qualities that you can't fulfill, right? Maybe you're ugly or you're not attractive or whatever. She'll go get a guy that's a brokey that could fulfill that. So like what I've realized with girls is like they're okay with compartmentalizing men if the guy that they're with doesn't give them everything that they need. So you want to be the complete package to keep your girl faithful. And that's why it's so important to like really work on yourself. Like a lot of guys don't. They think I got a girl, I could just like chill now. Fuck no.
Yeah, that's the one thing I had to learn the hard way. You can't get complacent with your woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get overly content with yourself and think you the shit. Oh, your girl's sucking dick that night.
Yeah. And and the other thing too I've noticed with girls is if you're like a strong guy, she will conform to you. Like if you're if you're a strong masculine guy, let's say she was Democrat.
Replica.
Yeah. Let's say she was Democrat when you met her. She's gonna be voting Trump if you do, right? You an Eagles fan? She's gonna be an Eagles fan if you are. Like women typically tend to take on the traits of the most masculine person in their life, like the strongest masculine figure. Hopefully, it should be her dad, right? When you meet her, it should be her father. Then once you start dating her, then she starts to, you know, be more along your side. But if you're a traditional guy, you're probably gonna emulate a lot of things from her dad anyway. So, and that's a big thing I've noticed with girls. Like I could tell immediately when a girl had a strong dad in her life or if she didn't, just from her behaviors, how she looks, how she responds to masculine authority. If she combative to your authority and argue with you, more than likely she grew up in a single parent household with the mom being the head of the household, telling her that men don't do shit. But if she grew up with a good dad, she understands men are leaders, men are protectors, men are providers. I'm gonna listen to the man. So, yeah, that's why I think girls that don't got dads are fucked up.
Yeah, that's,
Most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time.
that's facts right there.
Big facts.
That's solid information right there.
Yeah.
But they're gonna call me a misogynist now.
It's just your opinions. More often than not, when they put these labels on you, they're just trying to demonize you because they disagree with your opinions.
Yeah.
Doesn't make your opinions invalid.
And then they're trying to empower hoes.
Yeah, but then they
Women
want
with
you.
horrible
Then
attitudes.
they want you to accept their opinions.
Yeah.
It's just
What? Because you guys asked this earlier. What made you guys turn Republican?
Barack Obama.
He was the one that changed it for you.
Wow.
What
And I
policy
voted for
specifically?
Clinton. I voted for Al Gore. I voted for Obama. When we became entrepreneurs with YouTube, you know how expensive things are. I got to pay for my own health insurance.
Of course.
All my taxes. I don't have anybody helping me pay my self-employment tax, you know? So when we became business entrepreneurs and things like that, we got health insurance. Obama became president and that Obamacare passed, right? We get this letter in the mail talking about, oh, my benefits decreased, but my premiums went up. I think our premiums went up. How
Damn
much?
near doubled.
Yeah, damn near double. Didn't even have the same coverage. Wow.
Yeah.
So that's my first taste of socialism.
Yeah.
And I had a brother that's older brother. He's Republican,
Yeah,
right?
retired army.
Was this like 2009, 2010 when it rolled out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my brother was planting that seed in my ear, and over time, and then I came across Ben Shapiro. Then I came across Larry Elder.
Yeah.
Then I came across Mark Levin, and I started listening to him. I used to listen to Mark Levin talk shit about Obama. I said, man, this dude racist as hell.
Yeah.
I just go see what this white man's race is about.
Now
Yeah.
you just
And
start paying attention.
then you start paying attention. I said, man, that's true.
Makes sense.
Damn, this shit's starting to make sense. And then when I came across Larry Elder, it
I like him.
solidified it in my brother. Larry Elder is really what got me over the hump. Yeah.
He does a great job of like showing how the black community constantly victimizes themselves, right? They talk about police brutality, etc. But the reality is, cops shoot way more white people than they shoot black people.
Exactly.
It's just that when they shoot
And black people shoot black people way more
Yeah.
than white people shoot black people.
yeah,
They
way
don't-
more.
They don't tell them that though.
Most crime, let's keep it 1,000 again. We're all talking as black men here.
Yeah.
They perpetuate the majority of violent crime in the United States,
Yeah.
despite being only 15% of the population,
And that's crazy.
and that's wild.
That's a crazy statistic.
Yeah, and man, behavior is what perpetuates these negative stereotypes on black people, not racism.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's all us.
Yeah.
and they refuse to take accountability. And I've gotten criticized by a bunch of times saying that I'm racist or whatever because
That's crazy.
because-
Somebody calling a black man racist.
yeah,
Yeah.
That is crazy.
yeah,
I can
Or-
understand. Or I can understand calling Dr. Umar Johnson racist.
yeah.
But just having a Republican or conservative opinion, you racist? It's just
Bro,
stupid.
this is so crazy. You know what they always say?
Yeah.
Like, I'll criticize, how they have this victim mindset. They blame other people for
Mm-hmm.
their issues, etc. They're in jail because of, racist laws, all this bullshit. And in my head, I'm like, well, you made those decisions, right? But then they look at me and say, well, you're not even black. How could you speak to the black issue? And I think that's one of the most ridiculous
dumb.
arguments ever. So you're telling me that you can't be criticized unless you're a part of that group? Like, bro, if I say 1 + 1 is 2, I don't need to be a fucking mathematician to tell you that.
Exactly.
Right.
If I tell you that there's a problem in the black community, I don't need to be black to tell you that either, because the numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
There's a ridiculous amount of them committing violent crime against each other, right? But if a police officer gets involved in a shooting with one, or one of them dies in police custody after resisting arrest, by the way,
Yeah.
they fucking march and go crazy, and they
And the
burn
people they
cities
praying
down.
about, they would never invite that person in their home. George Floyd, they would never let that dude
Oh
inside
yeah.
their house.
And now, right? And the evidence is coming out now. It was fentanyl that fucked him up.
Yeah.
It wasn't Chauvin, right?
Yeah.
That controversial take. Because I remember I did a video
I'm
on
sure
this.
it didn't help that nigga on his
Yeah, it didn't help.
while he's ODing on fentanyl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he had issues breathing before they even
Exactly.
to put him on
He
the
said
on
it
the
like
floor.
8 times before he put on the ground.
So it's the fentanyl that, because he had a lethal dose in his system.
Right.
And then this didn't hit the news, but like the prosecutor in the case, she had she got called as a witness in a civil case that was like related to the George Floyd thing, and she said on the stand that it was the fentanyl that killed him.
Right.
But no one cares about that or whatever, because like
Right.
the state of Minnesota, like the state was so pressed to prosecute Chauvin, like because they knew, man, they're gonna burn our state down if we don't fucking prosecute this guy. So they had
Right.
an enormous amount of political pressure on them to do something and punish somebody for it.
Right.
So they kind of like overlooked the evidence, because like, bro, there's no way he didn't get no fair fucking trial.
No.
You're giving him a trial in the with a super sensationalized case,
Right.
with a jury that's pressured to convict them. They were following them around after every fucking day in
Right.
trial. Nobody's gonna say, "Oh, not guilty," because they know they'd get fucked up. So
The whole country's burning.
Yeah.
yeah.
Paris is burning.
Same thing with Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yeah.
They jumped this thing and saying that he killed a bunch of black people. No, he didn't. He killed a pedophile.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the state of our country, man. Nobody wants to take accountability. They want to make that one man pay for doing his job.
And the
Sure,
other
he
thing
should have
too-
rolled him over. He should have did some things to help him with his condition. But I mean, everything he did was by the book.
Yeah. And the other thing that pisses me off too is that like we kind of look at it like, because we've had this question on the pod, and I'm always shocked when I get the answer. Do you think black people could be racist? You know what most of them say?
Man, black
say
people
no.
is the most racist
Facts.
motherfuckers on this
Yes.
planet. They the most homophobic, racist, all that.
Bruh, yo, like literally, like they say,
I
black
think-
people can't be
I
racist.
don't mean to cut you off.
No,
Black
go ahead,
people
go ahead.
hate black people more than white people hate black people.
I agree.
Damn.
There's a lot of
No,
black hate.
facts.
Yeah.
Who's calling you a blackie? Who's calling you burnt toast?
Yeah.
Who's saying light skinned niggas? Who's saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, who's saying, oh, you fucking sad nigga? They call me a sad nigga.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
They are by far some of the most racist people, bro. And they talk the most shit. Oh, you Asian. Oh, you cracker.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I always find it funny how they could, be racist and no one says anything.
Yeah, a lot of black people attacked Asians when COVID was a thing here.
Facts, right? But
black
like,
people.
if you say something about them, you're racist. Like and it's crazy because like there's this double standard, right? Like you got guys like Dr. Umar Johnson will go around and say,
That dude's nuts.
marry only black women,
Yeah.
black power, keep it in the black community, etc.
That would ruin your relationship.
So I always look at it like this, right? So like, okay, we're supposed to be in an equal world, right? We're supposed to be in a country where we don't see any color, everyone has the same civil rights, right? So this is what the lens I apply. I'm like, okay, like kind of like algebra. If I'm gonna do it on this side, let me do it on this side. So we got these pro-black people saying, Black power, marry a black woman, support black-owned businesses, keep things black, etc. Right? Cool. All right, awesome. What if I were to take that same phrases and put it with a white guy? White power, support white businesses, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
They're going to call that guy a white supremacist.
Yeah.
They're going to call that guy a fucking racist.
Yeah.
They're going to say, this guy's probably working for the KKK and he's a fucking domestic terrorist.
Right.
But on the other hand, if someone says black power, all this other stuff, they don't say nothing. So I look at it like this. If you want true equality, we got to use the same lens on both sides. You can't sit there and complain, say black people, black power, all this other shit, and then get mad at white people for saying white power. I think, even though I might not agree with it, I think the KKK and all these other guys should be able to say what they want to say because freedom of speech is paramount over feelings.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
You don't censor them, you debate them.
Yeah. You know, and people criticize me because I had a guest on one time that's, pro-Israel one time on the show. And she made some comments about Islam or whatever. Laura Loomer, shout out to her. And we disagree on this very strongly on, foreign policy, Israel, et cetera. We disagree on that stuff because I grew up in a Muslim household. However, I think free speech is paramount. So like my individual feelings, and even though I might not agree with her on certain things, that's irrelevant. I think she needs to be able to say what she wants to say without having issues, right? And I think I think freedom of speech is what this country was founded upon. And if you suppress it or whatever because of your personal beliefs, that's just a slippery slope into getting into a situation where we're going to fuck with our free speech, and that's an issue.
Right.
We need to protect that First Amendment regardless of how we feel about it. So though I might not agree with flag burning, though I may not agree with what the KKK stands for, et cetera, their freedom of speech needs to be protected because if you infringe on one person's freedom of speech, you infringe on all.
Yeah.
I
And
think
once you
it's
take away the Klan, who you gonna go after next?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't stop.
It's going to be the Republicans.
Yeah.
I think it's a necessary evil that we all have to put up. And they're always using this label hate speech. They forgot the term what hate speech means. Hate speech means death of all ends, death of the F's.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Now it's just hate speech is speech you hate to hear.
Yeah.
Totally two different things. They lost the whole meaning. Like when they call people white supremacists, it doesn't even mean anything anymore.
It just means they're Republican.
I've been labeled
Yeah.
as a white supremacist as hate speech. I was
That's
like, I'm
crazy.
just sharing an opinion.
Yeah.
I put up a video of a transgender male transgender woman, biological male, trying to breastfeed his newborn baby. I put it up, right? They took the video down, said I was bullying them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Controversial take. I think bullying is good.
Yeah.
I think bullying is good. It kind of, right, and you guys are older enough to remember, right?
Yeah.
Stuffing each other in lockers and shit probably back in the day, swirlies.
Oh, yeah.
Bullying is a very honest way that society corrects unacceptable behavior, right? I remember when I was in high school, I was really skinny and thin and frail, and this fucking kid, right? I mean, actually, funny enough, I was in an African-American studies class, right? He grabs me by the back of my tricep and says, "Wow, man, you're really skinny." And like all the girls in the class like laughed and shit. And this was my senior year of high school. I was 6'2", 3, 160 pounds, skinny as fuck.
Just
I went
like
to the
me.
gym that summer, bro.
Yeah.
I went to the gym that summer, and I said, I'm gonna get in shape, etc. But it took someone bullying me and telling me you're really skinny for me to self-improve. Let's assume that bullying was banned, and we live in this crazy safe space world that we're in now.
Yeah.
I might have never went to the gym and chose to self-improve because I was being a pussy.
Right. It makes weak human beings.
It does,
Yeah.
and
you're
and-
always in a safe place.
yeah.
You're going to be weak.
And I think men are made, women are born, and as a man, you have to go through adversity. You have to be bullied. You have to be told that this is unacceptable behavior for you to change, and that's what it takes a lot of times. And we live in this very pussified world, and it's starting to get ridiculous. And with the white supremacist thing, I just find it funny. Like they'll sit there and say, if like a white guy says, "Oh yeah, I don't believe in race mixing or whatever." Well, black people say that all the time. Why don't we call them black supremacists?
Right.
Right?
Exact same thing.
It's like one race can be racist, but the other one can't. And it's funny because the black community always complains about racism, etc. But when you complain about racism and criticize other races, you're continuing to perpetuate the same racism that you're complaining about.
Yeah. I've came to the conclusion there's no such thing as race. I think that's a racist ideology that was invented to keep us separate.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no such things like if we was a different species, yeah, you can point out different species, but different races just being petty.
Yeah.
Like black men can lay down with a white woman or a Latino and have babies. We're the same species. So why are you pointing out these
It's ridiculous.
our differences? We
Yeah.
should be concentrating on what makes us.
Divide and conquer.
I
Yeah.
look at
Divide
it
the
like
people, I can conquer them.
Yeah.
I look at it like we all bleed red. Like, and I'm with y'all. Like, I don't see race either. I just find it hilarious how one group of people can be openly racist with zero consequence.
Right.
But if anyone even criticizes
Yeah.
that community, which they have some really bad issues, right, with the fatherless household crime and all that stuff.
They have a
If they
lot
even
of problems.
criticize, right, they can't say nothing. And I've always said, like, you know, like this is why so many white conservatives are really reluctant to criticize the black community because they don't want to be called racist. But even if you're black and you criticize the black community, they're going to say you're racist. They're going to say you ain't one of us. They're going to do something to disqualify your valid point.
They like to say, what's that quote? Some dumb nigga probably came up with it. All kinfolk are not. How does it go?
It's black vernacular.
Yeah.
All kinfolk ain't
Folk?
kinfolk or some shit.
Yeah. Is that where it go? Yeah, I think so. All kinfolk ain't.
All skinfolk
Oh, there
ain't
you go.
kinfolk.
Yeah.
I said, man, that had to been a stupid ass nigga that said that.
Yeah, bro. and like I've always thought it was interesting, like how they say, "Oh, well, you can't comment on this because you're not one of us," and I think that's the most asinine.
Like white people can't comment on black stuff. Look, if it wasn't for white people taking part in the civil rights movement, we'd still be under Jim Crow. It'd still be a racist country. White people fought for our rights as well,
Yeah.
so they can speak on it. It
What do y'all
doesn't
think
matter.
about reparations?
Man, you know what? This is how I feel on reparations.
Yeah.
Give these niggas reparations, but it's you got to go back to Africa. So if you want reparations,
That's fair.
we'll give it to you, but you got to go.
Yeah, that's fucking
That's
funny.
how I feel about
That's
it.
fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
I think I always, like, whenever people make the reparations argument, right, I always ask, like, okay, let's say your great-grandfather, right, like, borrowed money from some dude. And then that dude's great-grandson comes to you and says, "Hey, nigga, you owe me $50K. Wait, what? What owe you $50,000? Yeah, my great-granddaddy loaned your great-granddaddy some money. I need that fucking money." You're going to be like, what the fuck? No.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't sit there and punish a whole new generation for shit that happened before. It's like ridiculous, bro.
Right.
So it's like, and then the handout type mentality of we deserve this money because we built this country, blah, blah, blah. It's
Didn't
like,
build
Black
shit.
people ain't built shit in this country.
man, like,
Their labor, of course, they help, but it was the who developed the infrastructure, the blueprints, the Constitution. It's a lot of white people helped build this country too.
Yeah.
I mean, I think both, black and white, when we work together, we make great things. Like white people invented NBA, baseball. Look what the
Negroes
NBA
doing.
Then the Negro came in and made it better.
yeah.
I mean, we
Made it better. Yeah.
yeah. This whole saying that we built this country is not true. You had a lot of help.
Yeah.
White men had help.
Yeah.
Black people had help. We all had a hand in building this country. Stop saying that you built this country.
Yeah, reparations was nothing but a ploy to keep black people voting Democrat.
And it's a shame
Yeah,
because
it's a
Yeah.
crazy, like, just the fact that you feel that you're entitled to money from what your great grandparents dealt with is ridiculous to me. Because like, if I told you, hey, you owe me $50K for some shit that your grandfather did, you'd be like, what the fuck? No, nigga, what the hell?
Yeah, black people's culture is the only culture that will accept that.
yeah, and everybody used to be a slave, right? Everybody was.
Because if we're gonna go down that route, we need to pay
everybody.
the Japanese for World War II.
Yeah.
And we had them in
we
camps.
dropped a bomb on
Yeah.
Hiroshima.
Yeah.
We didn't pay them niggas shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think we helped rebuild their cities, did we?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And to this day,
Yeah, but
you-
they deserved the reparations. We dropped a bomb on their ass.
and the interesting thing is, to this day, we still have never apologized to Japan about that.
Yeah.
No U.S. president has ever apologized to Japan for dropping bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
You know what the whole sad thing about reparations?
Yeah.
Black people actually thought that white people was being sincere when he brought that shit up.
Oh, yeah.
That's the sad thing about it. That was just a
40
point to get
acres
your
and a
vote.
mule, some shit like that?
Yeah, they actually thought when Democrats say, hey, we need to talk about reparations, that they were actually being genuine when they said that.
It's just a ploy to get them
It
to
sounds
vote.
good,
Yeah.
but ain't shit.
And,
If they're gonna pay it, I'll take it.
and the thing with Democrats, what I've realized is, like, they're just way better at marketing themselves, and they're
they
way
are.
better
They are.
with sounding cool and hip. You know, they always bring on the hottest
youth.
artists to come in and advocate for them. I mean, Obama was fantastic at doing this. Even Biden, did a better job than when he was campaigning. So it's like they're always able to get like the woke crowd, the celebrities go on their side because they're all in Hollywood, Hollyweird, and they're able to market themselves better and get like an audience and then get that vote.
Did y'all see the video of Trump in Chick-fil-A?
No.
You got that?
No.
Man,
went to Chick-fil-A.
this is like beautiful when I saw this.
Did he give away stuff?
No, he went to Chick-fil-A in
Atlanta,
Atlanta, Georgia. And look how these black women, young black women, greeted him.
Okay, let's see.
It was very,
It was
it gave me hope.
it was encouraging.
Yeah.
I think him going to jail in Georgia definitely made people say, "Damn, I'm gonna rock with him." And he took
Yeah.
that mugshot photo.
Right.
Made
Right.
people rock with him.
Right.
They're like, "Okay."
You got it.
Business good?
It's funny too, man. I hope it's the full clip.
Can I have 30 milkshakes? And also some chicken. I want to take care of the customers. Is business good? You making a lot of money? You're getting rich, right? Thanks a lot. Thanks very much. Look at the way you hold. You like each other, right? Can I have 30 milkshakes?
Yeah, he got a good response when he went there.
Yeah, it was a dumb.
Donald Trump.
You do?
Yeah, I love Donald Trump.
How you doing, man?
That's the president.
It's Atlanta, Georgia. It's another one. Yeah.
That one.
That one.
We support you, man.
Okay, 4 p.m. We've been 4 p.m.
Come here, let me give you a hug.
I don't care what the media tells you, Mr. Trump.
Yeah.
No,
That
man.
was
I mean,
nice.
that's great, man. I mean, I think people are waking up to like the bullshit. You know, what I mean, and the black community, you know, slowly. Because like at first, I remember when he first campaigned in 2016, it was like, oh, you vote for that guy, he's a racist and a bigot. But the reality is, no, man, he's just a businessman that understands that you got to do shit to get shit done. And the problem is that the way the government's been operating forever is like you've always had politicians in. They're not businessmen, they're politicians.
Right.
And this, me coming from the federal government, I know this. Government employees a lot of times can't think outside the box, dude.
Right.
They've always worked for the government. You know, you guys were in the military. You guys know what it is.
Yeah,
There's chain of command. Needs to be done this way.
They got no initiative.
Yeah, like they don't look at things from an entrepreneurial perspective.
It's almost like they've been brainwashed.
Robots.
Yeah, so like, you know, a lot of bureaucracy, a lot of bullshit. And Trump was like, nah, man, we got to get rid of this shit because we got to make this shit more efficient. And then on top of that, people say, oh, he's going to be terrible for foreign policy. Man, if he was in office, we would have never had this issue with fucking Russia and Ukraine. We're still giving them money. We would never have these issues with Israel going on right now, where we're giving them a bunch of money. And we would probably be in a way better position from a foreign policy perspective. We're on the verge of fucking World War III right now. Like, literally.
People
like,
don't realize it.
and people don't see, like, yo, war is not good for the economy. Look at what happened with Iraq. You know, like, we went over there, 1 million people died. For what? They had nothing to do with 9/11. Saddam Hussein had nothing to do with 9/11. Matter of fact, most people don't know this. Osama bin Laden and Saddam Hussein absolutely hated each other.
Yeah.
Like, there's no fucking link there, right? But it's just crazy how most Americans don't even know that.
Then we put out of Afghanistan, man. It's like we was never there. They took over in like within a couple hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We left billions of dollars worth of equipment there, too.
Yeah.
Sensitive stuff.
Like, why would you do that? Trucks,
He
cars.
gave up. He said, we can't win this shit. These damn Arabs, man.
You can have it.
These damn cave people.
Yeah, man. Like Biden, like just like left, and it's just like ridiculous, man. It was a terrible pullout. But you know, people can say whatever they want to say about Trump, but oh, he's mean, whatever, all this other shit. His foreign policy was strict. He stood up to these other countries. I remember France tried to get like an extra tax on us and Trump called the fucking prime minister of France and said, hey, if you do this, we're gonna put extra duty on the fucking wine that you guys import here.
Right.
They folded immediately.
Yeah.
You know, NATO, we're contributing way too much money to it, and the other guys aren't sharing their part. He stood up to them on that shit. So people could say whatever they want to say about Trump, but because the thing is that people get mad about with him is like they don't like him personally. I don't like him personally. I don't like the way he talked to people.
That's what
on
he used.
The Apprentice. I don't like the way he speaks. All this other shit. Fuck your feelings. Who's best for the country? I don't give a shit about Stormy Daniels. I don't give a fuck about his personal life. I don't give a shit about, you know, what he did on The Apprentice or how he speaks or what he said about, you know, travel bans, whatever that shit. Does he make the country better? If the answer is yes, I could put my feelings aside and be like, I'm going to vote for this guy. But a lot of Americans aren't able to do that because they vote with their emotions versus voting pragmatically, which what is best for the country.
Yeah, you're objective. A lot of people are not rational at all, bro.
Hell no. When it comes to voting, bro, and especially, not to sound like an asshole, females. Oh, I don't want to vote for him because he's a bigot.
Oh, women vote. Let me tell you about women voters.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Women are their own worst enemy. The reason why we got men in restrooms is because of women.
Yep. Facts.
That's
Going
the
for
main
that
reason
stupid
why
shit.
we have,
If women
and women
stood up-
support that. I
Yeah.
will never understand that.
If women stood up, that wouldn't have never went that far. If
Like,
women,
where's the true feminist at?
And you know, it's funny because they shot themselves in the foot because by them saying, oh, yeah, let's pass this legislation and let, you know, boys turn into girls and go compete in female sports. Who suffers from that?
Them.
You got girls getting fucked up in track races in Connecticut, losing scholarships now because they're letting, trans boys compete with them. And we all know men are physically superior. There's no fucking debating that.
Right.
And they're smoking them. And then they're trying to be like, oh, shit, maybe we just sort of rethought this whole thing, letting men compete with women. And it's like, the women suffer. And like now, those boys don't deserve those scholarships. The fucking girls do.
Right. Yeah. Right.
And isn't it funny? You're in a bathroom. Well, they're in a bathroom with a guy, and like, why you in here? Well, you let me in here.
Yeah.
It's just like
exactly.
Why you complaining?
So they voted for this for a lot of these for a lot of these policies that are now starting to fuck them up. And I'm a firm believer that there are two genders. And we need to keep things separate and to keep things, integrity based, where women need to compete against women and men need to compete against men. There's a reason why there's an NBA and a WNBA, even though the WNBA is inferior. But regardless, I think women need to have their own thing and compete with other women, not the other women.
You know what's funny about the LGBTQ? They say there's more than like 100 genders, but their whole argument is based on conflating gender with gender identity. Gender has always been it's always been synonymous with your sex.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
Gender identity is how you identify.
Yeah.
So when he come with these 100 genders, all of its gender identities has nothing to do with gender, your sex.
Yeah, it's an objective fact. And like, it's interesting because like if you die, right, and they pull your fossils 100 years from now, what are they going to identify you as? Oh, you identified as 73 or some weird shit? No, they're going to be like, this was a male, this was a female, because there's irrefutable biological traits that men and women have that distinguish each other. And the fact that they're trying to go ahead and play with that is preposterous, because now if you can contort that, what else can you contort?
They're playing God, bro.
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah, they already changed the meaning of words. What's racist? What's not racist?
Last days.
So it's
Jesus is
getting
coming.
crazy, man.
Yeah, man, this has been a great show.
Yeah.
Where can people find you guys?
You can find us on Fresh
YouTube,
and Fit.
Fresh and Fit, and also Rumble. Rumble is our main thing. All our videos are there in case they get taken down on YouTube or whatever. So rumble.com/freshfit is the
So
main
y'all
thing.
still active on that YouTube channel? Got demonetized?
Yeah. We still post on YouTube, but all the content is 100% on Rumble, unedited, ready to go.
Okay.
So and CatsClub.tv is our locals.
Okay.
So behind the scenes stuff, pre-shows.
Yeah, when we kick girls out, you can see like the behind the scenes of them getting kicked out, because I got a whole team that like escorts them out and shit like that.
Oh, yeah?
I got girls that work for me that kick them out. If y'all want to see the behind the scenes of them spazzing out, hey, these guys. CatsClub.tv.
Y'all got all the content, man.
Yeah, man.
Much success to you guys, man.
Thank you, bro.
We need to have y'all on our shit, man.
For real,
Oh,
man.
yeah. We'll make a trip.
Yeah.
With the girls.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, with the girl.
Oh.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that'll be funny.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I think they'd love to see that.
Yeah,
they would.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. We're going to go.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thank you guys.
Thank you, bro, for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank
guys.
you.
All right.